72323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. on Wednesday, May 13th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of around 85. On today's show, we're jam-packed with guests. We got Ross Jackson of Locked On Saints and LouisianaSports.net at 7:30. At 8 a.m., Dr. Stephen Etheredge in studio for his Wednesday segment. And at 9:15, the voice of your LSU Tigers, Chris Blair, joins the show. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane Studios, starts now.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone.
Live from the Raising Cane Studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo!
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 It was so much better.
It was smoother with
I don't know what was
Hey.
different, but it was so much.
When you're not here, Matt doesn't howl.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't. He
And-
hadn't done it the last, three
Well,
times.
and I never say anything because, I think maybe he's not doing it because it's not the full wolf pack. But I never called him out on it. But I just thought about it because I was going to see if you were going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
None of the
Matt doesn't howl when you're not here.
Wow.
none of the wolf howls sounded
That
like
tells
smokers
so
this morning.
much about somebody. Yeah.
What's crazy is these three are like the constant wolf packers.
Yeah. He just.
We're diehard wolf pack.
Yeah, we just let him join our pack.
Yeah.
He walked
Matt's,
up late.
Matt's not even an original band member.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing here?
Wow. He's the guy that joined us halfway in the Wool Tour because we had to replace him, Gosh. All right. Didn't like that news to start the show.
No, well,
But it is the OG Wolfpack here today.
the OG tripod.
That's right. Jake Alondra, Tay here with you. And like Tay laid out, going to have a lot of guests here today because, well, Matt's not here. Matt hates guests, but we love them. So we're going to have a bunch of them. I am looking forward to today's show. Looking forward to previewing the softball regional with Coach Torino. Looking forward to hearing from the voice of the LSU Tigers. Of course, got baseball wrapping up, getting ready for football. And, well, the voice finally gets to take a little bit of a break for his voice here coming up. And then, of course, we got Ross Jackson talking Saints in about 25 minutes from now. So, but as always, before we get there, a little vibe check around the room. Alondra, Tay, how we doing?
Great. I think Taylor's trying to get on my good side. I got here this morning and I had a Dr. Pepper waiting, trying to get on my good side.
I mean,
just rip the Band-Aid
Yeah.
off. What's the
Yeah.
bad news?
I know. He's like,
Guys, look, they were expired. They were throwing them in the trash, okay?
they're like the rats from Hanovirus got into these.
Dude, out in LP, had to fight off a chicken to get that Dr. Pepper this
There you
morning,
go.
okay? It was, no, I mean,
So what are you going to say to make me angry then?
Yeah, what is it? Just
It was-
tell us.
I mean, there's nothing. It was buy one, get one free. So
There's no catch.
I grabbed one and
It's crazy.
grabbed the second one.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah, shout out Tay for the Dr.
Look, guys, don't say I never did anything for you guys, okay?
Check
Gave me poison
check
Dr.
for
Pepper.
needle marks like you used to do your Halloween candy.
Yeah,
Right, like,
absolutely. Might be a razor blade or two in there.
oh, Lord.
Shake it up a little bit. Make sure it doesn't come out. So,
But yeah, doing great. Hit a little pump this morning.
oh.
Y'all, I'm getting up there in bench press.
What time do you get there?
I get there,
because
okay,
we
so it
start
de-
this show
I
at
know.
7 a.m. and
I
you've
know.
already worked out.
So it depends. Lately, I've been getting there at 5, but I used to go at like 4:30 in the morning so that I could get here at a reasonable time.
Yeah.
And then usually I just text y'all like, hey, I'm going to be coming in hot this morning.
Yeah.
But I didn't text y'all this morning. But I get there this morning. I got there at 4:45.
Oof.
But I need to get back to doing 4:30 because I get out there earlier and then I get here earlier.
Like they have a
but-
class at 4:30, or is
They
it
have a
just
5
like,
a.m.
like
class.
bring your own juice? You don't have a class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, they have a 5 a.m. at it's called the Block. Shout out. You know.
Owned by Jenny, obviously.
Yeah, Jenny from the actually Gabby. Shout out. But
it would be cool if
Gabby
it
and
was
Walker,
Jenny.
they're the best. But so they have a 5 a.m. class.
Okay.
But they let myself in at 4:30 and start it
right. Yeah.
so that I could get out.
Yeah,
They leave a window unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crawls in.
I have to crawl in there. No, it's like a
the
code
first part of your
situation.
workout. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Crawling
getting
in
in
the
the building
window.
is.
If you
the
can get in this
warm-up.
window, you can work out.
Yeah, I'm getting up there and bench.
What's the bench looking like? What
I
you
was
benching?
okay. So, girls obviously don't have the upper body strength that men do. Like
Right.
our lower body is stronger than our upper body,
Yeah.
and men can just like pump out 135, no problem, right?
Yeah.
My goal is to eventually be able to put 45s on each
Yeah,
side.
which is awesome. Yeah.
This morning, not a big deal. But I had 25s on
Okay.
each side. So what is that? 50,
Well, is it
95.
Yes, if it's the Olympic bar,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
95.
45. So I had 90. I was repping 95 this morning.
There we go.
Okay.
Not a big deal at
All right.
all, but I'm pretty
So
excited
what's the
about
goal?
it.
Like, what's the finish line? Do we want to throw some plates on there?
I want to throw like 45s on there. Like, and then after that, I don't know. We'll see. But
Yeah.
that's like my goal.
If you want to like,
I would feel so badass if I
it
had
would be.
45s on each
if you want
side.
to hear gym lingo, at least in our weight rooms, it was like if you wanted a plate,
It's a
it was
45. Yeah.
Throw some plates on there. Yeah.
I know that's so. I didn't know if people, because I'm like, hey, let me put some plates on it.
If they don't
and
know,
they'll
like,
give
oh,
me-
you don't know, bro.
I know. Yeah,
You don't go to the gym.
I'm like, y'all are not meatheads
That's
because,
right.
like
That's
me,
right.
if I'm like, hey, I want to put plates on it, I'm putting
Yeah.
45s on.
Yeah, because they're plates.
Right.
Yeah. The other
But
ones
then
aren't.
people are like, I'll say it there. I'm like, I'm gonna put some plates on, and they're like, what? How many? Or like, what? Wait, 10s? And I'm like, no. Give me the 45. I
Yeah.
said plates.
Yeah.
What, just the bar?
No.
It's okay. You're a meathead, and we love you for it.
I like to think of myself as one.
Yeah. No, you are.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I feel like I got
Look
a
at
pretty
these
good
calluses.
gauge. That's right. What'd you say yesterday? I'm gonna put super glue on there just to make them. Was that
What?
you or Matt?
That might have been Matt. What are you talking
Sounds
about?
like that sounds like a mad
Matt
thing.
said
Super glue sounds like Matt.
to make it look like calluses.
No, I don't have to make it look like I have calluses.
Must have been Matt.
That
I
was
heard
Matt.
Somebody said it because we were talking workout during the break, and I heard it. You can put
That
super
was
glue
Matt.
on there to make it look like calluses.
And I don't do I don't like to do the straps or anything. So we just raw dog
I
the
was
bar.
always like hit or miss with the straps.
Yeah.
Moffat liked them, but
Also, like I feel like if you use the straps, it doesn't help with your grip strength.
no,
I don't like the
either.
chalk
Yeah.
either.
I
A
think
lot of people
I
chalk
do
the
now. I
bar.
do love some chalk.
Do you?
I do
Yeah.
get a little crazy with the chalk. I feel like the straps, it helped you from not dropping it, and
Yeah.
so you could hold it up a little bit longer, but the grip wasn't there because it's like it's cloth,
Right.
you know, so it's a little bit slipperier. So
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
love
feel
this.
great.
Just a little meathead talk in
Yeah.
the morning. Okay, all right. Taylor, what'd you do that was meathead last night?
Well, I mean, I guess I went to the gym yesterday afternoon.
Hell yeah.
But I tell you, dude,
Plates.
we got we got some plates in.
Well, no, I'm
guys.
saying like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, Tay Tay.
We so I don't know the benchmark, so I'll actually look. You know, everybody's laying out their extensive workout regimen. Might as well do the same. Normally, when we go to the gym, it's like, you know, I'm not out there trying to max out every day, so I
No.
don't know what the max is. But normally,
No, I mean,
just
I'm a meathead, but I also have
Right.
boundaries.
Yeah.
My lord.
like normally just like a plate and a 5, 10 reps, and then add like 15 pounds, 8 reps, and
Yeah.
then normally I do
10, 8,
One-
6 or something?
yeah. Normally I
Yeah.
do like 196 reps.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I don't know the max, but I mean, if 196, I don't know what.
Yeah, there's a chart, but we don't have it in
Yeah,
front
I'm like
of us.
I don't know. Whatever that is, but no, we got the crib and the
That's crazy.
and the furniture for the baby room yesterday.
So you
guys.
got it all put together, or are the crib boxes in the room?
Well, I got the dresser put together. Did the dresser come put together? Yes, it did, but I have the dresser put together. No, I wasn't able to.
together.
No, I mean, I'll show you a picture during break. I should have pulled it up. One of the boxes was like bigger than my truck. Like I had to wait till 6 o'clock to have somebody help me bring it in. Like it was this is a heavy boy.
Yeah.
So I mean, I didn't even get it in the house
Poor
till
Victoria, 7 months pregnant, out there lifting
Yeah, I
a
mean,
box.
man,
it was
could've-
actually my father-in-law who came and helped me because my dad apparently worked till like 8 o'clock.
You
last
called your
night,
father-in-law and said your daughter right now is worthless helping me move this furniture.
Well,
golly, Taylor.
one, she is worthless when it comes to moving furniture in her current state. Two, she actually wasn't even home. So
In her current state.
she was doing like a little yoga thing last night. And but yeah, I didn't even get it in the house till about 7. At that point I was tired. I was like, you know what? It looks really good in that box on the floor. We're gonna leave it there for a day. So today starts the fun stuff.
Yeah, and the crib's one of those things that it's not like you can leave. Like, oh, I got extra pieces here. Yeah, you can't have extra pieces for the
No.
crib. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That
you gotta
sounds
make
problematic.
Sure, yeah, you got to make sure. My father-in-law, he always has extra pieces when he puts furniture together. It's
No.
like, yeah, they gave these extra pieces, and we're always like, no.
They're not extra.
I didn't know I had to put together the crib. I was like, Victoria, I'd have paid extra if it was already put together. Like, you should have told me.
You could have gone like a Facebook Marketplace type situation.
I
Like, went and got one that was already assembled.
hate putting furniture together.
Oh,
Yeah, I do too.
So you'd
I
hate
do
to
too.
live in a city with IKEA.
Oh, I used to have IKEA furniture,
I
and
did
it was
growing up.
like,
Yeah, true.
well, I would order it to like back in the day when I was like still in college.
You're
'Cause it was
balling on a
cheap.
budget,
Right?
yeah.
It's cheap, and they would come, and it's all Swedish, and it's all complicated, and I always had missing or extra pieces every
Yeah.
time. I was
Yeah.
your father-in-law.
Yeah. Not
hate
supposed to
it.
wobble like that.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
I had a TV stand that was not fully made for at least 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it. Starts today.
Hey, you got between 5 to 8 weeks.
Right. Oh, yeah. And
You
then
know?
Victoria had the nerve to walk in the door last night. She's like, cribs put together? I was like, Victoria, this is a minimum 3-day process. Like, absolutely not. We're going to start it tomorrow.
Victoria-
We'll be done.
Definitely not listening to the show with that last statement
Right.
you just said, and you knew it.
Yeah, no, she's not.
Clipping it and sending it to her now.
Victoria had the nerve. Ooh.
And then she said, oh, so it's all put together, like laughing. I was like, Victoria, this is going to be done sometime between tomorrow and like when the baby gets here.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to take our time on this.
Well, Jake's put together 5, so.
Yeah. I can tell you, it's a process. You know, I would always go with the metal, like iron one. The wood ones are the one that gets you.
Well, this is a wood. This is a wood. Well, and the guy goes, he's
You
looking
know,
up
if you
at
only would have had a
forklift.
resource to ask, I would
Jake.
have told you.
Victoria always wants something very specific for each room. I appreciate it. Wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
I'd have been like, well, Jake said that we should get the metal one. And her response would be, well, Jake's never seen the lighting in this room. So, I mean, I get it.
He's
I
never seen
appreciate
the
it.
color palette in this room, this design.
Yeah.
Although I probably have. Had a lot of tries at this. So, a boy, right? Razor?
Yep.
Yeah, I had a lot of tries at that. All right. Well, Godspeed.
Brett in the chat says, get in the crib after you assemble it. If it holds you, your baby's good. That's a good point.
Well, so this one is huge. So, like, the reason we bought this one,
You expecting Razor to be a big boy?
she hopes not.
Oh, you better.
I mean, nothing I can do about it. This one can like turn all the way into like a full size bed at some point. So like this is dude's bed forever. So I imagine it would hold me.
Oh,
You just take down one of the
if it's one
walls
of
and-
those, and when he's like 3 or 4, and he's like, "Dad, like, come sleep with me," like, yeah, you better hope it can, because
Yeah.
you'll be in there.
Yeah, it's a full size
I
bed.
can't tell you
Like,
how many times T-Bob would tell the story of him waking up in like Alice's bed.
he would text us, "Guys, sorry I'm gonna be late this morning. Woke up in my kid's bed."
Yeah,
Like, okay.
he sure did a lot. Oh, all right.
Wait, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good. So I'm throwing the first pitch out on Friday. Now we do have a baseball game in Zachary at 4
I'm so excited for you to throw the pitch out.
on Friday. So I'm gonna have to leave Zachary at 4. I guess I'm gonna have to take my afternoon show off.
Oh, true.
But
I just booked you. I was like, we're doing this. I don't care. You figure your schedule out.
Right. Right. So I have to do that. Then I have to book it from Zachary to the box, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
What time is the game Friday?
6:30.
6:30.
Okay,
You
I
got
will
to
be
be
at
there at
6.
6.
Well, I will be there in spirit.
You should come.
I have to do AFR for Paul
Oh,
Friday.
boo.
Like I'm not leaving here till 6:30. So
Well, you can. I'm sure. Look, if it's bad, you'll find out pretty quick.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got a feeling Alondra will send that in the group
Oh, we're
real
documenting
quick.
this.
Yeah. I had multiple people that work at LSU say, "Oh, we got the creative team ready too." I'm like,
Good.
"Oh, good. Cool." And yes, I am towing the rubber like God intended.
Wait, okay, so you're towing the rubber. Did we decide stretch or wind up?
I think it's going to be a little bit of combination of both.
Yeah.
You know?
I think stretch is the move.
Yeah. It's going to be more stretch than wind up.
Yeah. But you got to get a little leg
Yeah.
kick up in there.
Yeah, I'm going to get like a little half leg kick. You know, nobody's going to be on base, so don't have to worry about a balk or taking too long to get to the plate.
Yeah.
Hadn't decided if I'm going to pick off to the third base dugout and throw one at Sully yet, just to make sure he's watching.
I think you should.
Should, maybe.
Or like Matt said, the Gator Chomp X.
Yeah.
I think that's also the move.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what happens Thursday.
Thursday, true.
We win Thursday, you could see that. If we lose on Thursday, then I'm just going to like throw it out there and say, thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night. You know?
God bless you. Good night.
Yeah.
So y'all know I have those meetings on Thursdays, like when I have to leave the studio real quick, and it's like the promotions meeting. So I was in the promotions meeting last week, and I was like, and Jake's going to throw out the first pitch. I'll have some video for y'all if y'all want to use it for y'all social pages or whatever. And Cade goes, you should sing the national anthem. I was like, oh my God, I should sing the national anthem.
Yeah, I mean, just a full OTB experience.
Yeah, and the most American experience too.
Yeah.
Because
So
like Taylor
sorry, Taylor.
obviously can't go because he hates America.
Way to bring that up after I said I couldn't go, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Well,
It's convenient.
we didn't want to tell the reason, but
I mean, we know why.
I'm
now.
filling in for
stars
Paul.
are aligning, you know.
Paul acts like he has a newborn and he has to take off every now and then. So
What's wrong
Yeah.
with him?
filling in for him.
I took off, I think, half a show with when Harlow was born.
That's crazy.
Paul.
You called in the next morning
I
or the day after.
came
I don't know
in.
what it
Hey,
was.
kind of had a baby.
I
like,
came
yeah,
in.
Yeah.
Did you?
because
Okay.
Tommy Tanks hit the walk-off.
That's right.
God, I so would have named my kid Tommy. If
Yeah, if it would have been a boy.
yeah.
Not that you couldn't. You
Tommy
could
would be a
use it.
like kind of cool
But-
girl name.
You do like a middle name, Tomi.
Katie
She'd have-
Katie
she
let me
is.
name all the boys.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and so like
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
always
yeah,
gonna
she
be
had.
She's
us.
got to have the
She
girl.
had this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I came in like halfway during the show. I think I just stormed in. Really, didn't even tell anybody I was coming. And then I think that was like probably like a Friday or so, maybe. And then I just showed up Monday.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe I missed a day. I don't really know.
That was a long time ago.
I think Harlow's about to be 3. That makes me sad. And so on that note, we will take our first break of the show. We'll get this show started when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com, the website for Pelican Roofing. When you go to the homepage, you can check out all the 5-star reviews right there. It's the first thing that you're going to see. And they have 5 stars on Facebook, 5 stars on Yelp, on Google right now, 4.8 stars with over 600 reviews, including 600 5-star plus reviews. Storm-ready roof solutions always. Roof, if it's needing small repair, if it needs a full replacement, if you're putting a roof on for the very first time, they've got you covered. They are the leader in the roofing game. And we always say Lafayette and Baton Rouge because we do want you to know they have locations in both. This isn't somebody that's just one location driving back and forth in the basin. They are there, boots on the ground, and the local community truly does mean something to Pelican Roofing. They have a community tab, top right corner of the website. Check out what they've got going on in your local community, and you can do it all on the website at pelicanroof.com.
We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Fabry Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Fabry family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
As a business owner, you're always focused on how you can improve the bottom line. Well, when was the last time you shopped your insurance coverage? Insurance Network of Louisiana can help. If you're a business owner, let my friends at Insurance Network of Louisiana see if they can find you better coverage for less money. They always offer exceptional customer service and partner with only the best providers. So check them out online today at lainsurance.net.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer, we know hard work starts with the right equipment.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly led me to you.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, are you feeling run down, a little dehydrated, fighting fatigue, illness, or just trying to recover after a long week? Go see the team at GoFlow IV Spa. GoFlow specializes in IV hydration and vitamin infusion therapy, designed to help with energy, recovery, immunity, athletic performance, beauty care, and even hangovers. You'll be treated by licensed medical professionals using custom IV treatments that make you feel refreshed and ready to go. It's located, as we always say, right there on Jefferson Highway in Baton Rouge. Remember the website, goflowiv.com, G-E-A-U-X, flowiv.com. You can also pick up the phone, give them a call, schedule everything today at 225-953-8150. GoFlow IV Spa, refill, recharge, and recover. All right, the big news that, well, because this is how it always happens, that broke right after the show. College Game Day is headed to Baton Rouge for the Week 1 matchup against the Clemson Tigers, and this is going to be, I think, personally, would love to get y'all's thoughts. I think this is going to be one of the best college game day experiences we've ever had here at LSU, and that is saying something because we have done it as well as anybody. It feels like we've been on air more than anybody in the last 26 years. Certainly been one of the top teams, but you have two marquee programs. You've got, obviously, two coaches that are in the headlines with Lane Kiffin and Dabo Swinney. You've got the entire Death Valley here, Death Valley there situation. You beat Clemson a year ago on their field. There's a lot of eyeballs surrounding both programs, you know, for different reasons, I think. For LSU, it's like the expectation of Lane Kiffin and what he's going to be able to do with his staff here, and is LSU going to be able to turn it around and become a national contender again? And then for the Clemson Tigers, their fan base, is Dabo still the guy that has the juice and what it takes to be a national relevant head coach? So you've got a lot of storylines. And being where the game's being played, it really could be a host of teams, but it being Clemson makes a lot of sense. Again, so many different storylines that you can have during the show. But with the anticipation of LSU football, how excited people are for some new and to have what they believe is a really good opportunity to make a run and try to get into the playoff. And you haven't been in the playoff in a while to your standard, right? 2019, as we all know. So I understand fully why they're going to pick this game. It makes all the sense in the world. Campus is going to be a movie scene that day. It's going to be incredible. And I'm glad they picked this game. And LSU better win.
I actually do think that College Game Day made the right decision here coming to LSU versus Clemson, and I agree that the hype for the game is going to be unreal just because, like what you just said, we're excited that Lane Kiffin is now the head coach. You want to see what that new offense looks like. You have a new quarterback in Sam Leavitt, basically a whole new offense. The defense that you have, like, we're always excited to see the defense because it's been pretty solid under Blake Baker. And then last season was so awful that everybody's just like wanting a good season and they're wanting to get back out there to actually have some hope. And I hate to like for baseball to catch a straight here, but baseball hasn't been great. So I think people are just kind of like really wanting something good, and football season is going to be, this is going to be great. I think you're right that the hype is going to be unreal.
Well, since you hired Lane Kiffin in late November, I mean, Elijah wants to throw straight at baseball. Let's throw one at basketball, too. They were awful this year. Basically, since you hired Lane Kiffin, this is the only thing you've had to look forward to as far as on-field sports.
Well, for men's sports.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ladies have been carrying us this
Right.
entire run.
Yeah.
The gymnastics and basketball and softball.
Right. And even softball, like, at that point, you were like, okay, what are they going to be? They didn't pick it up till a little bit later. Yeah. And, no, it's Lane Kiffin. I mean, that's what it is. Like, this game probably should have been game day a year ago if Ohio State and Texas don't exist. But you got Lane on one side. The, box office, everybody loves him. Everybody hates him. Doesn't matter. People are going to tune in. And then on the other side of the field, you got Dabo Swinney, who for a while was considered one of the premier coaches in college football. Now, the last 2 or 3 years, people say he won't adapt to the transfer portal. Dabo's made certain comments. Like, you're looking at, okay, Kiffin comes in on one side. Can he revitalize the LSU program? And then can Dabo Swinney keep his job, essentially, this year? Like, there's so many storylines going in this game. I think it's perfect.
Now, Clemson has finally started to take some transfers. They bring in a running back through the transfer portal. They bring in, I believe it was 9 guys on defense through the transfer portal. So that is brand new. Remember, for a long time, Clemson only had, a guy that started his career at Clemson, left and came back in the portal. And then they had, Bear Bryant's grandson, who
Paul
Dabo obviously played at Alabama.
Yeah.
So there was a tie there as well. And then they finally started to get some last year. They got an edge rusher a year ago. And now, not fully cannonball style like LSU has and others have, but they at least brought in guys through the transfer portal. But for the most part, there's going to be a lot of guys that you played a year ago when you played Clemson. And, the guys that are missing were the guys you were probably most worried about when you played Clemson, right? They're going to be without their top receiver from that game, their quarterback from that game, the leading rusher from that game. And so this is going to be a big year. Like, I'm not going to sit here and break down Clemson football on, May the 13th. But for them, this is as must-win as a Week 1 game can possibly be. That is a program that needs some juice. They need some positive momentum going in the right direction. So, what version of Clemson are we getting? I don't think we know. There's going to be a lot of new. Now, there's going to be some names. There's going to be some guys that you remember from a year ago. But, again, the biggest names are not there anymore. They're in the National Football League. So this is as make or break for Dabo Swinney as he's ever had before. Maybe even more than when he was the interim coach trying to get the job.
Well, think about how many guys he had drafted too, Jake, and they were awful last year. Like,
yeah,
it's so much different than last year's game. Like last year, you had Nussmeier versus Cade Klubnik. Everybody was like, these are the two of the top 5 quarterbacks in the country. Now, for different reasons, it didn't work out that way, but Dabo lost a lot of talent. Antonio Williams, Klubnik we talked about, Parker.
Adam Randall at running back.
Parker, Peter Woods. Like, there was a lot of good players on that team, and they drastically underperformed. Like, yeah, Dabo's absolutely coaching for his job.
Hey, but he got that 5-star with the one.
You ever seen one of these? You ever seen Christian football?
He did.
What
Forgot
are you?
his name 100%.
5-star, 6-star, 7-star?
You're 10-star in my
10-star in my book.
I can't.
I don't know your name.
He does not know that guy's name.
There's a guy in the back holding up a card. It was like, this is it right here.
God, that was we might even need to play that in hour 3.
We need to revisit it.
Yeah, I got a couple of videos I want to play in hour 3. So
also, like, I think we're obviously super hyped up for the season, right?
Oh yeah.
But right now, especially after the Vanity Fair article came out, people hate Lane Kiffin.
Oh yeah.
So I think
they already did.
They already did
for the
before.
most part, but
yeah,
now,
and he's always been a troll. And so people, like, he always had, whether you loved or hate him, always had a really big draw and had the attention on him at all times, which he loves. And I just think that the clamor, one way or another, around Lane Kiffin, it's going to be a hype football season no matter what.
And LSU fans are buying right into it. Well, I don't know.
I'm on the fence, but like
Mintz did actually put out that his LSU contact was a little perturbed by how things are playing out.
Not true.
Okay,
right?
his
So he said,
can't be anybody
that
that's
one
like,
LSU fan that he talked to. So he's like, hey, I don't think they're buying what he's selling down there.
Right.
Yeah, that's not true.
So
he even have a name at the top. He made that text himself.
He sent it.
I'll say that, like,
Our T-Bob sent it to him.
I'm just not gonna be like #1 Lane Kiffin apologist, lover, everything. Like, I'm not gonna. He's not free of criticism from me. Like,
I think this show showed last year.
Yeah. Right.
That if you don't do what you're supposed to do, not only we're going to call it out,
right,
we're going to give
and we're gonna tell you
film
why.
examples
right.
of what we're talking about. Still shots and video.
Yes.
So get ready for the
I'm
for
definitely
the media.
excited. Yeah.
Get ready for the media pub because they're going to Ole Miss week 3.
Oh,
so
yeah.
college game day, you'll have at LSU week 1,
They're definitely
LSU versus
gonna
Ole Miss week 3.
Well,
so
we'll talk about that's something I do want to circle back to. That game got announced, no surprise, as a night game. I do want to come back to that. Just
I do too.
Everything surrounding that game. We'll take a break now. We've got our guy Ross Jackson set to join us when we come back to talk New Orleans Saints, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, nobody likes dragging garbage cans to the curb, and nobody likes bringing them back either. That's why you need Trash Rangers. Trash Rangers is the simple service that handles your trash can pickup and return for you every single week. They can roll your cans out before pickup day and bring them back once the trash has been collected, so you never have to worry about it again. It's perfect for busy families, elderly homeowners, frequent travelers, short-term rental owners, or honestly anybody trying to not deal with the hassle of taking the trash out. And that's just one convenience that they have. They have multiple conveniences. Trash Rangers make sure your cans are out every time, helping you avoid missed pickups and keeping your property looking clean and organized. Locally owned and servicing communities right here in South Louisiana, Trash Rangers is changing the game when it comes to everyday convenience. So stop dealing with the hassle and let Trash Rangers handle it. Visit TrashRangers.com to sign up today. Trash Rangers, taking out the hassle one driveway at a time.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
Yeah.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. You don't believe his stories. You know that there are lies. Bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I be coming home back to you every night, doing you right.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Going to go to the phone lines now. We've got our guy Ross Jackson at Ross Jackson. NOLA is the handle there on social media. Give him a follow. Of course, bringing great Saints content every single day to LouisianaSports.net. Ross, what's going on, brother? How we doing?
Hey, brother, I'm doing great, man. Thanks so much for having me on. Glad to be here with you.
Absolutely. Look, excited to talk about the Saints, even though we are here in May, because I think there's going to be some new personnel. There's going to be some new ways of doing things, I think, for the Saints. We had a chance to see the rookies for a couple of days as well. So maybe just start with some of your biggest takeaways from rookie minicamp.
Yeah, I think a couple different things that stood out. First of all, I'll start off with, he's number 0 in the jersey, but he's number 1 in every Saints fan's heart right now. And that's, of course, first-round pick Jordan Tyson. The dude is just different. I always kind of hearken it to, there were a couple of years ago, or it was a couple of years ago, rather. We were in Irvine, California for the full stretch of training camp. And it was Alvin Kamara, and then the first day at the running back position, Kendre Miller ended up getting hurt. So he was out for what ended up being the rest of training camp. And it was, so the running back position was kind of like Alvin Kamara and then like some guys, basically. Yeah. And you could see the way that Alvin moved and how different it was from the rest of that position group, and it stood out like a sore thumb. That was similar to what it felt like watching Jordan Tyson. Now, obviously, still some good and talented running backs there. Barryon Brown, who was drafted in the 6th round. Bryce Lance, who was drafted in the 4th. So still some good talent there, too. But even with that, Jordan Tyson was just that much different. And so for me, that was a big standout for sure. I really liked the pace and approach that the Saints took to rookie minicamp. A lot of teams either have completely just moved on from the idea of rookie minicamp. Some of them have even not had their drafted rookie class present for rookie minicamp. The Saints instead went kind of full pace as much as you can in a rookie minicamp setting, but everything coming out of the huddle, getting to the line was kind of up tempo. There was motion. They used shifts. They did a lot of things kind of like they did last year, where they threw a lot at these guys coming in to try to kind of even up the gap a bit between where rookies and veterans are when they finally got together on Monday. And so I enjoyed that approach. I thought that was another big takeaway for me.
Now, Ross, one of the things that we were talking about based off some of the rookie minicamp conversation was you have Oscar Delp now, who you drafted in the 3rd round. Noah Fant was somebody that was signed as a free agent in the offseason. And then you've got Juwan Johnson, obviously, who's your starting tight end. And the Saints last year only used 12 personnel about 17% of the time. Now, if you go back in Kellen Moore's history, when he was in Philly, he certainly used it more, about double almost what they used a year ago in New Orleans. Do you expect that to change with signing a tight end and drafting one early in the draft?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I think both with those two signifiers, but also just like it's what's next in the league right now, right? The league is trending towards kind of heavier sets, whether that's 2 running backs or 2 tight ends. So right now it's a lot more kind of 2 or 3 tight end sets. As usual, it's Sean McVay kind of paving the way for the rest of the NFL over at Los Angeles, who really kicked that usage up in his offense last year. And it makes sense. We've kind of been waiting for this. The NFL sort of goes through its ebbs and flows for many years. Offenses were getting lighter, a lot of 11 personnel, a lot of 3 wide receiver sets that forced the defenses to go much lighter. Now that those defenses are built to be lighter, more athletic linebackers, safeties that can do a little bit more and all that. Now that those defenses are lighter, you're going to see the offenses start to change back to being heavier. And we're just going to watch this kind of go back and forth over and over again, as we often do in the league. But I just think that's the trend in terms of where things are headed. And I think that the Saints now have the roster ready to be able to compete with that.
Catching up with our guy Ross Jackson here on OTB, talking New Orleans Saints. Now over on the offensive line, I think Jeremiah Wright was somebody in the 4th round that if you didn't know who he was as a Saints fan, you probably should, because I do think, Ross, there's a real opportunity. If Cesar Ruiz doesn't come correct, if he half steps into this season, like Wright has an opportunity to compete with him, and the Saints have to solidify the offensive line in the interior. They did so by signing David Edwards, and if Cesar Ruiz doesn't have the type of year that they're looking for, it does feel like Jeremiah Wright is somebody that has starter qualities.
Yeah, look, they love Jeremiah Wright. They were big on him at the Senior Bowl. He was a big-time standout. We saw a lot of, and they got a lot of really kind of up-close and personal looks with him with, Coach Joel Thomas, who's the Saints assistant head coach, running backs coach, being the head coach of the team at the Senior Bowl that Jeremiah Wright was on.
Yep.
And so they got a lot of really good, strong homework done on this player who's, 6'5", 321. That is Kellen Moore's style of offensive lineman. He likes those big, tall guards. We see that with David Edwards as well, who stands at 6'6". And so I think you're right. If there's any semblance of Cesar Ruiz struggling, or even if he comes off the field for injury or anything like that, which, I mean, look, in the NFL, your offensive line's not playing 17 games together.
No.
It's not going to happen. And so there's a chance that, he ends up having to miss some snaps there, or somebody else, whatever, that Jeremiah Wright steps into a role and then doesn't give it up. I think he's a really talented player. He's a little bit, I'm going to use the word underdeveloped, even though it's really less about that. And it's more that, Auburn just kind of kept moving him around a bunch. He came in as a tackle, they moved him to defensive tackle, then eventually they moved him over to offensive line. I think that's one of the reasons why Saints general manager Mickey Loomis was saying that, going to just focus with him at right guard, because moving him around right now would be a disservice. I think that that's kind of what, a commentary of what, not directly from Loomis, but it is a commentary on, what happened to him over at Auburn. And so, I think that, combined with the fact that Loomis, kind of unsolicited called Cesar Ruiz's name, during the end-of-year press conference last year, saying that's the guy that we need more from, was his quote. That was a pretty good signifier of where things might be headed there. And so I think that there's a real fire under Cesar Ruiz right now being applied by the organization. He's feeling that. He feels the pressure. He's got a chip on his shoulder coming into the season, but he's got to make good on that chip. And so if he doesn't, now he's got a young rookie that's going to be breathing down his neck.
Now, Ross, one of the things that they did here in the offseason to step away from the rookies for a bit, they trade for Tyree Wilson during the draft, a former top 10 pick who they got for a 5th rounder. They signed Anthony Jennings as well on the outside to give you some depth at the edge rusher position. Now, a lot of Saints fans are going to ask the question, okay, if you sign Jennings, you trade for Wilson, why not sign Cam Jordan? He's played 15 years for your team. His number is going to be at the top of the stadium when he retires. He has been a top 5 player in the history of your franchise, and he had 10.5 sacks last year. He was productive. So you're making these moves and not signing Cam. Cam's still available. We know he made $6 million and some change last year. He probably wants somewhere closer to 10. I don't know that you're willing to go there. But a lot of Saints fans were also going to ask the question, why not, if you're still trying to bring in players at the position?
Yeah, I think it's what you just mentioned. It's the fiscal responsibility approach, right? I mean, this is an approach the Saints are now taking now that they're in some salary cap health here, to where they're not going out there and, giving a bunch of money to aging players like they once were and all that. Now, Cam Jordan is much more than that. He's not just a player who has an age. He is a player who at his age is remarkably productive. And so, he deserves that credit. But I do think that there is a sense of having to make sure that if Cam Jordan does return to New Orleans, that there's a role that makes sense for him. And for the Saints, they have to make sure that it's at a contract level and protection that makes sense to them. And so it is a little bit of work on both sides in order to get there. I don't think that the trade to acquire Tyree Wilson nor the signing of Anthony Jennings precludes you from going after and bringing back Cam Jordan. I don't think either of those guys brings to you what Cam Jordan brings to you. Tyree Wilson is somebody that was drafted number 7 overall, yes, but is somebody that also could probably use a little bit more fire. He's somebody that needs to prove something on the field, all that. There's still question marks around him. There's still a question mark about where he even plays. Do you play him as a stand-up edge rusher, or do you use him as a 5-tech, run stopper and all that? So there's still question marks around that, and that's a good example of how you can allow both him and Cam Jordan to maybe even coexist on a football field together. Anthony Jennings, again, very good run stopper, wants to prove he can be a pass rusher. I think has the fire to be a little bit more impactful immediately, but still not, what you could have in a Cam Jordan based on what you saw from him last year. So I don't think that the book is closed there. I don't think that anything that the Saints have done so far precludes them from continuing to turn those pages either. And so we'll see exactly how things go, but it has to be a little bit of a tightrope walk because the Saints are not going to be willing to commit too much money to a player at a certain point in their career. And, of course, they have to be able to provide the role that Cam is going to want at this point in his career as well.
All right, there he is, our guy, Ross Jackson. At Ross Jackson NOLA is the handle. Give him a follow on social media. Check out his articles on LouisianaSports.net. Always doing big things there. Also, host of Locked On Saints. He is everywhere. He does it every single day. Our guy, Ross Jackson. We appreciate it, Ross.
Hey, absolutely, man. Thanks so much for having me on. Talk to you soon. You take care. Stay safe.
Yeah, you as well. Great breakdown, as always. And something I do want to talk about when we come back. Like, Cam Jordan's played 15 years for the New Orleans Saints. He was really good just a year ago. You're trying to bring in people, and like Ross said, not to necessarily replace him because these players aren't Cam Jordan, but you're spending resources and you're spending money on bringing people in. If you don't want to pay Cam as much, you're paying those two players a salary. It just feels like if you would have brought Cam back, then you wouldn't have had to go get those players. And it's a very interesting conversation because of what he means to the franchise in the city, in the locker room, and between the white lines. And we'll have it close out hour number 1 of OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, South Louisiana summer is here. You've probably felt it over the last couple of days. And if your AC can't keep up, you need Emerson Heating and Air. At Emerson, they know when your air conditioning goes down, it's not just uncomfortable, it is an absolute emergency. That's why their team is available 24/7 for residential and commercial service across the Baton Rouge area. So whether it's a quick repair, routine maintenance, or full system replacement, Emerson's licensed technicians get the job done right the first time. There's no shortcuts, no surprises, just honest work from a local company that's built on a reputation you can trust. And remember, right now, OTB listeners, you can take advantage of an $89 AC tune-up to make sure your system is ready to go to handle the Louisiana heat before it becomes a bigger issue, more expensive, always spending money to figure it out. Go get that $89 OTB listener special tune-up. You can find it at emsair.net. That's emsair.net.
Lockmair to Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lockmair to Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by
New York City, you are now rapping with 50 Cent. You gotta love it, I just wanna chill and catch stunts in my 745. You drive me crazy.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Except this segment, big voice lady. We're locked in on Saints football. Because we're talking Cam Jordan. And Cam a year ago was really good. He had 10.5 sacks, forced 2 fumbles, played in all 17 games. Now, I don't need to tell any Saints fan what he's done, but just in case you've been living under a rock for the last 15 years, he's played in 243 games. He's only missed 1 game, and he has 132 sacks in his career, 17 forced fumbles. He's Cam Jordan, right? I mean, he is somebody that's going to be a gold jacket guy. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He was on the all-decade team, in the 2010s. He is what he is, which is a hell of a football player, an even better teammate, and he's great in every portion of New Orleans, the city. He's always involved in something. And look, I understand that, You go back to 2022, he had, I believe, 8.5 sacks, and then it, falls off a little bit. He has 2 and then 4, and you're like, okay, is that it? Well, then he comes back and he has 10.5 just the last year. And for me, it just doesn't make a lot of sense if we're going to sign Anthony Jennings, if we're going to go out and make a trade. Now, it's a 5th-round pick, but you gave up something. You gave up an asset for Tyree Wilson, and look, you declined his 5th-year option, so you're not going to give him that huge money, but you're still paying him a first-round salary. So I look at those moves, I'm like, why would you not just sign Cam Jordan? If he wants 10, he made 6. Well, he outplayed 6 last year with 10.5 sacks. Give him 8. Give him $8 million. Give him $8.5 million, right? Meet him somewhere in the middle, or if you have to go a little bit over to Cam's side, that's okay. Again, he's going to have his name and jersey number at the top of the Superdome. He's one of the best players to ever play for your franchise, and he was productive a year ago. Stop trying to go sign guys to try to equal up to Cam, right? 4 guys to equal up to what Cam gave you is 4 salaries. You could just pay Cam. Cam means way much more to your team than anybody else that you could sign. He means more to your locker room. He means more to the city of New Orleans. So just go sign Cam Jordan. Give him a little bit of money because he earned that money a year ago. And we'll see if the Saints get that done. Hour 2, Dr. Etheredge joins us when we come back.
Off the bench.
All right, go see our friends over at K2ZBlinds.com. KTOZBlinds.com is the website. K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Brandon Barton and the team been doing it big since 2004. Now, if you go to the website, K2ZBlinds.com, look in the top right corner. It's going to give you the contact information for the 985, the 225, and the 337. Because if you're listening to us in Louisiana, chances are they can help you out at your home, at your business. So drapes, if you want shutters, if you need anything, blinds, they've got you covered. But also on the outside of your home, the exterior. If you want that motorized screen that we tell you about all the time, you push a button, it goes down, shades your entire living room like it does for me. It gives my daughter a great play area as well right there in the back patio because it's not hot, right? It cools it down completely. They've got different variations of the shade as well. Go check it all out. Schedule that appointment today, KTOZBlinds.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana or visit spinela.com and tell them Matt sent you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer, we know you deserve value when you purchase equipment. Right now, take advantage of the powerful 3025E tractor for just $297 a month, with 0% financing for 72 months. Tractor packages with a trailer also available. Whether you're tackling land, property, or projects, get your job done. Don't wait. This offer ends June 30th, 2026. Some restrictions apply. Visit sunequip.com or stop by a Sunshine location today.
The experts at Hood Dental Care want you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays. A $376 value. With over 3,000 5-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care. Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And we always have other great giveaways for new patients. Check out hooddentalcare.com and schedule your appointment today.
As a business owner, you're always focused on how you can improve the bottom line. Well, when was the last time you shopped your insurance coverage? Insurance Network of Louisiana can help. If you're a business owner, let my friends at Insurance Network of Louisiana see if they can find you better coverage for less money. They always offer exceptional customer service and partner with only the best providers. So check them out online today at lainsurance.net.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2, OTB. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Bayou Automotive. BayouAutomotive.com is the website in Laplace, Louisiana. So if you want to drive down, go check out the lot. We encourage you to do so, but you don't have to. If you're here in Baton Rouge and you want to buy a new vehicle, remember, you can do it on their website, BayouAutomotive.com. They've got Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. They got something for everyone down in Laplace, Louisiana. But again, you can buy that car online. And remember, if you buy a car from Bayou Automotive and it's, routine maintenance, right, time to get your oil change, whatever it might be, they will drive a loaner car to Baton Rouge, drop that off, pick up your car, change the oil, bring your car back. And so you are never going to be inconvenienced, and you don't get that anywhere else, but you always get it over at Bayou Automotive. Check out the Black Widow packages as well. Remember, those come on just more than the Jeeps. Now, the Jeep, trust me when I say it, that's what I've been driving around town. You will fall in love with it, but they have other packages as well. They do Black Widow as well as anybody in the country. Go to BayouAutomotive.com. All right, let's welcome in our guy, Dr. Stephen Etheredge, who joins us every single week here on OTB. What's up, Doc? How we doing?
Doing fantastic.
Feel better in that seat now that Flynn's not here?
I know, I got some room to spread out,
I know.
It's not so bad.
He doesn't have his 17 screens up there. God knows what he's watching.
There's always some interesting stuff going on those screens for sure.
Well, to say the least, with that guy. He's in New Orleans. He's at a conference. He was on the panel yesterday.
Yeah, for like
a dietitian,
dietitian athlete thing.
He was on the panel.
On the panel, yeah.
They put him up there with other experts.
His buzzword was enzyme.
That's fair.
It's just to make you sound smart when you don't know what you're talking about.
There's always some good words you can throw out there that'll do that for you.
Yeah,
yeah, enzyme.
That was the only one he had.
Yeah, that's a
lipids. I don't know what that
enzyme,
means.
Lipids,
But
yeah, micronutrients or something.
Yeah, micronutrients would make you sound.
Yeah, something just sounds really cool.
Real
well,
smart.
when you break down the micronutrients, actually,
they really get into your enzymes.
So we don't know how it went. He didn't tell. Like, if he would have crushed it, he would have told us, but he didn't.
Probably true.
Yeah, so I don't know how well it went, but he's Flynn, so probably we got a pretty good idea of how it went. All right, Doc. So I was talking with you earlier, and I wanted to have a conversation about, and we hear this all of the time around this time of year, March through May in the National Football League, is injury prone. And I bring it up because, well, Jordan Tyson, who the Saints selected number 8 overall, he has that tag. And that was like the only reason that people were kind of cautious during the draft, because for me and for a lot of people, he was no doubt the number 1 receiver in this class. Now, he didn't go as a top receiver. Tennessee still, wildly enough, they take a receiver at 4, but if Tyson would have been healthy, he probably would have been in that spot. Now, he didn't miss a ton of games, but he's had different injuries. He's had an ACL, he's had a shoulder, he's had soft tissue hamstring stuff, and he's got labeled injury prone. And so, like, as a doctor, like, when you hear something like that, and look, rookie minicamp, he did great the first day. We didn't see him the second day. And it was like the Saints were like, this is maintenance. This is like a plan. So whatever. But when you hear somebody's injury prone, do you buy into that, or is it like you just got bad luck?
Well, it's a great question. Like you said, it is one we get asked a lot. It is one that comes up all the time. And if you want my opinion is there is a little bit of truth to both the things you just said. Some guys really are injury prone.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I do think there's bad luck. And how do you kind of navigate through that? And that's where it gets really, really difficult. And I think even with injury prone, I think there's two categories there. I think you have a guy who had a really bad injury, and then you worry about that injury specifically. So somebody that has one of the classic examples, there's two that I think of that kind of went both directions. You think about Marcus Lattimore, phenomenal, in my opinion, one of the best college running backs, during our era, or could have been.
With South Carolina, yeah.
South Carolina had a dislocated knee, really bad knee injury, never ended up making it to the next level. This is a guy who almost definitely is an NFL running back. I mean, I'd probably take away almost.
Yeah.
With as good as he was prior to that injury, never plays an NFL game.
Right.
Never able to because of one injury. It just wasn't able to rehab it. And then you look at the other side of that coin, one of the classic examples I bring up a lot is Drew Brees, who had a shoulder injury and literally one team did not clear him, the Dolphins, ends up a Saint because of that. And if you're the medical staff there, you feel pretty awful if you watch his career from that point forward. So you have those guys, and then you have these other people that are maybe just more, literally injury prone, predisposed to it for whatever reason. They have identified some specific genes that either protect you from tendon and ligament injury or increase your risk. There's guys that you see the repeated soft tissue injuries like hamstrings. One or two hamstring strains, okay, that's one thing, but over and over, you really got to start asking yourself, what's going on with this guy? And sometimes maybe it's somebody that doesn't do the right rehab and training, but sometimes there's something to it for sure, and that's a hard thing to figure out.
We always hear some guys, Zion kind of comes up in this conversation because he's had the soft tissue, like he's too explosive. Like his hamstrings and all the soft tissue, they can't keep up with how athletic and explosive and big he is. Is there truth to that?
I think there is, and I think that's something we've talked about. For one, we talked about this before. You don't see a hamstring strain, and typically in somebody who's slow. There's always a weird exception, the guy who slips and falls and goes into a split or something.
Yeah, I always tell my story. My rookie year, Nor's like, "You're not fast enough to pull your hamstring."
And
get back out there. I'm like, okay,
and look, if you look at it, I will tell you, 90% of the hamstring injuries I see, especially in young, athletes, they're going to be sprinters. They're going to be the wide receivers, the defensive backs, these big explosive type guys. Not always big, but definitely explosive.
Yeah.
And you look at a guy like Zion, who, look, he's a genetic freak, at least from the standpoint of he is big, he is fast. The guy can jump out of the gym. I mean, those things shouldn't add up.
Right.
And somewhere there's going to be just physics that comes into play too. So I think there's a lot of those factors that go into it. I think we can overcome a lot of it by doing really good rehab, with having good medical practices. And some of that you're going to get buy-in from the athletes. These guys who maybe have a little bit more injury tendency, they really, really got to do their rehab. They really got to do things the right way.
What about scheduling? Like, so Jordan Tyson had a scheduled day off and maintenance. Is that something that can actually help, like, put him on a plan? Because, like, at the end of the day, like in a game, you're not going to really have a maintenance plan. At least if you do, it's not the best case scenario for anybody involved. And so can you create a plan that makes sense for the player to be able to not put the strain on whatever it is, but also make sure that he's ready to play, he or she is ready to play?
It's kind of a paradox that goes into that. That's something we always talk about, because that chronic training, repetitive training.
Well, you know what I'm going to say.
To a point, this is beneficial.
You and I got calloused in old two-a-days.
And I will tell you this. Go back to that era of sports.
Yeah.
How many soft tissue injuries did you see, especially after camp? So, and I think we recognize there's some truth to that. Again, look at basketball. Basketball, for me, is the best example. I don't remember a superstar, maybe outside of one freak injury, ever missing the playoff game.
Right.
It happened. It happened every now and then. But you go back to the days of, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Kareem, all these guys. Occasionally a guy has a bad injury. One guy. How many superstars from all these NBA teams right now are not playing because of injuries?
Yeah.
And what's the one big difference? Well, they are having all these maintenance days. They're getting all this time off. And I'm not saying they shouldn't, but there is a part of me that kind of agrees with you. There's a musculoskeletal callus, and there is a recognized phenomenon of chronic training. Now, there is also overuse injuries. So where do you find that balance? My personal opinion is I think there's more benefit to doing more training, which isn't always a popular statement. That's kind of how I see it. But on the flip side of that, I do think you have to look at your athletes as individuals. You have guys that you realize, like, hey, he is rehabbing a hamstring, or he just had this. Yeah, it's probably good to give him a day off. For this guy that's coming off of an ankle injury, do we really want him taking reps on a full contact Tuesday when we really need him playing on Saturday? And there is, you got to find that line. And I think there is a line there. I do think modern sports, just like most things, the pendulum sometimes swings too far.
We got a question inside the chat here. Ask Dr. Etheredge, since Hester is now old, 41, best method for Hester to recover his arm after throwing the first pitch on Friday?
It's a fair question. Hey, first thing I'll address, 41, not old.
Yeah, Doc's older than that, people.
At 47, I feel like 41 is quite young. It's kind of a spring chicken there. Man, I think you just got to give it your go. And then little ice, little Tiger Bomb, all the good things. I think still work for me, I think I will say this: the most important thing, all sincerity, warm up. I think we've learned that warming up is going to be where the key to preventing injuries, especially in that scenario. So do some practice throws.
So we have a 9U game out in Zachary at 4 on Friday. So I'm going to leave from that to go to the box. So you're saying instead of getting the kids warmed up for their bullpen, I should be getting warmed up.
You need to be getting warmed up, yeah. Now, I may wait till the tail end of when you're going to leave. You don't want to warm up, cool down, then have that whole thing going on too. So maybe not doing the pregame warm up.
As long as I don't bounce it.
That's the biggest fear.
Yeah.
It's nobody wants to bounce.
Since you went to Florida State, and I think you'll appreciate this, should I try to throw a strike or should I try to pick off and throw it in the third base dugout?
That's a good question.
I think if I did that,
yeah,
no matter where it goes, that would be good.
That would be good.
We're not trying to hurt anybody too bad, but just to make sure that
I wouldn't mind a stray ball catching, somebody in blue and orange over there. It's okay.
Just hit him in the ankle. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, we don't want any.
Yeah, we don't want any long term.
Just enough to kind of maybe take him out of the game.
All right, fair enough. Last one I had for you, Doc, and I apologize because I didn't prep you for this, but you're going to have a great answer for it. We've talked about turf and grass. We've had that conversation. So all of these NFL teams that still have turf, because about half the league still has turf, all of them are hosting the World Cup. And they're all bringing in grass because FIFA's like, we're not doing that. We're not playing this game on that stuff. We're just not doing it. They won't allow it.
Yeah.
Right? And so all the stadiums that have turf are putting in grass. And like the NFLPA is like, hold up, wait a minute, what? And they're like, well, we couldn't do it like in December and January. Like, to me, that's just a cop-out. Would it be easy? No, it wouldn't be easy. There's some places that have some harsh winters in the National Football League. So I understand initially why you did it. I'm not a big fan. Like, if I go work out on turf, I feel it completely different than if I work out on grass. I just do. Maybe that's just me. Do you think we'll get to a point where they say, you know what, we're just not doing this turf stuff anymore, and it's all grass in the National Football League?
I think we should. With maybe, again, there might be a few exceptions where I understand if it's a really hard. But I mean, technology is pretty good now.
That's what I'm
you
thinking.
Can indoor grass.
I'm trying. Like Lambeau has grass.
Lambeau has grass. If Lambeau has grass,
Denver has grass.
Yeah. If Lambeau has grass, there's no real excuse.
Yeah.
And especially if you're talking about an NFL, I get, for example, I get some of the high schools here that we live in a swamp, and if you look at some of these fields, like we don't have the budget the NFL has. So I understand why some of our schools here have done it.
Right.
I don't love it, but I totally get it.
Yeah, I get that more because, like you said, but the NFL is the most popular sport in this country, and it's not even close. Like, if you want to have the 32 best groundskeepers in the world, you could. And you could pay them a really good salary.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even notice it in the budget.
I think it's one of those things where I'm hoping the research that we've seen and that what we've witnessed will finally get there. But I personally, I'm with you. I don't like running on turf. Maybe I am now getting old because I definitely feel it now. Although, look, again, the turf's better, but I'll never forget the first time I ever ran on turf. We were playing at the Superdome. This was back, in the 90s. So this is old-ass turf.
I remember. We played state championships there, yeah.
And, man, just after we went there, because we went down there and we practiced there for a week, and by the end of that week, my knees hurt, my back hurt.
Sugar Bowl?
I'm 19 years old. Sugar Bowl. I'm 19. I'm the peak physical health I've ever been. Never had a knee problem, never had a back problem. I left, the last practice, looking like an old man hobbling off the field just from running on it for a week. And, again, the turf back then was way worse. It has gotten better. But
did y'all play Virginia Tech?
That was the national championship, but a couple years before that we played Ohio State.
Okay.
Yeah, we played Ohio State. I think at the time we ended up finishing the season at 2, and they finished 4 or 5. But actually, they dropped down after that because we beat the Tar.
Yeah. You hear that, Bobby?
So
beat that. Buckeyes, get out of here, Bob. I have to work with a lot of Buckeyes.
Yeah, they're out there.
They're
out there. Yeah, they're not a good group. They're not a good.
It's a big group though.
Yeah,
it's a very big group. Doc, we appreciate it, sir. Thank you as always. Tiger Bomb, right?
Tiger Bomb.
Okay. Have you ever done it on the first pitch?
I did it at a softball game. for BRCC.
Okay, underhand or overhand?
I went overhand because I didn't trust my underhand skills. So I wanted to make sure I got the strike there. And I'm just, I don't typically throw underhand. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go over.
That's true. That's very fair. Speaking of underhand, Beth Torina joins us in about 15 minutes from now. So stay locked in for that. Doc, we appreciate it, sir.
Always a pleasure.
All right, we'll be back. More OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GetGordon.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. When you go to GetGordon.com, remember you can have a chat right there with a live agent on the homepage of the website. So any question that you might have can get answered at GetGordon.com. Now, if you're listening to us in the state of Louisiana, and it doesn't matter where you're listening to us, if you're listening to us up in 11:30 a.m. the Tiger in Shreveport, we're talking to you. 94.7 ESPN Alexandria, we're talking to you. Certainly here in the Baton Rouge area, anywhere in the state of Louisiana. Always know if you've got a question, you just put your area code, again, 318-225-985-504-337, does not matter. You follow that with the 8s, 888-8888, and they're going to be able to answer that question. If you're looking to see what they're doing on social media, remember on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, whatever, the handle's always going to be at Get Gordon. And you can see what's going on with your favorite athletes throughout the state of Louisiana. You can see what the G team's doing in the local community in Louisiana as well. So go to the website today, Get Gordon, and get it done.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana or visit spinecenterla.com.
Hi, this is Beth Torina. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized, it'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home, with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
If you feel me, help me sing it out.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Believe I believed everything we had would last. So young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly of me to dream of one day having your kiss. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong.
All right, welcome back in OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. I want to remind you about our friends over at Pala, because at Pala, you're not just another number. You're an employee, owner, and part of a real team. Pala is hiring skilled welders and fitters right now at their fabrication shop in Hammond, Louisiana. Shop welders and fitters can make up to $40 an hour with overtime already locked in through 2027. Remember, you'll also get full benefits, 6 paid holidays, 2 weeks paid vacation, and employee ownership through Pala's ESOP program. So if you can burn rod, fit steel, and take pride in your work, Pala wants you on their team. Apply now at palagroup.com, P-A-L-A group.com. Pala, employee-owned, relationship-driven, building together. You know, I was thinking that, Alondra, you kind of came in here with a pep in your step today. Maybe it was because of the workout, but I really think it's because the Spurs won 126-97.
I'm going to have to name my first kid Wemby, right?
Depends on how far they go.
I'm going to have to name him.
Victor if you wanted to.
Yeah, I could go Victor. Victor Wemby.
Yama. I would just go with Yama. Yama's a great name.
You know, Victor's not a name that you hear very often. So
It's really not.
Oh, what'd you name me Victor? And then you get into the...
Because of my goat.
Because...
Yeah. Probably because he had like 27 points last night. And he's just a beast. You know who's like...
17 boards as well.
Yeah. You know who... I mean, the whole team is really well put together. But I was looking at the MVP odds the other day. SGA is still number one. I think Wemby was like plus 340. But not even an option and has been playing his ass off is Dylan Harper. Like Dylan Harper, not that he's going to win the MVP, but like they're not even putting him on the board at all.
It's an underrated backcourt.
Yeah.
It has been for 2 years now for whatever reason.
I mean, even like Fox and Castle and Vassell, like I liked Vassell just fine, but I used to not really. I wouldn't care one way or the other if he was on the Spurs maybe last season, right?
Yeah.
But Vassell is also doing just a really great job down the stretch too. So, yeah, the Spurs winning is definitely putting a pep in my step.
Yeah, they've done such a good job of identifying talent.
Young talent too.
They've got young talent. It's not just Wemby, and then you pair that with a De'Aaron Fox, who, like, wildly enough, like he's 10 years in now.
Yeah.
Like you pair that youth with somebody that can facilitate it, like De'Aaron Fox can. You know, you got like savvy vets on the back end of the bench who don't really play anymore, but like even having a Harrison Barnes and a Kelly Olynyk, like just sitting there mentoring those young players at the end of the bench when they come off. Hey, here's what I saw. Because they've been through the fire for a long time as well. So even though they're not on the court, they're still helping you out. So, it's been a little bit of a different rotation for the Spurs. Like Carter Bryant's not playing as much as he once did. Like he's kind of got passed up in his minutes. And so, like, it's a team that if you're not playing well, they've got enough talent where they'll just, hey, next.
Yeah.
And they'll bring somebody else in. And, man, they're going to be a hard out for whoever.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Timberwolves, give them their credit. I mean, what they've done in the playoffs has been very impressive.
I mean, Ant
Ant's
has
a
been.
competitor.
Yeah, it's
And,
like
I mean,
they're still in it because of Ant, I think.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, if they don't have him, I mean, it's not even a conversation. I mean, he had another 20 last night, but it's more just like what he did against the Nuggets. I mean, he willed his team to victory for sure. Nas Reed's been playing really well, too.
Yeah,
so
Nas
shout
has
out to our
been
guy,
playing
Nas
well,
Reed.
too. Even though he got elbowed by Wemby.
Yeah, that he did. And look, they're pesky, but they're not going to win this series. San Antonio's going to win the series. And
They're just, like, good on pretty much every facet of the game.
Oh, Spurs Thunder, it's going to be so good.
I'm a little nervous for it, but
Lot of free throws for SGA coming.
Fully expect it to be a 7-game series.
yeah. So many free throws for SGA. God.
That's the thing.
Oh,
about
don't
the
let
NBA.
Wemby elbow SGA. He would be out for the rest of the thing if it was SGA.
What would the NBA?
Who cares about Nas?
What would the NBA want
I care,
right
but
now?
wait, what?
Okay, so you got San Antonio, OKC. If the Spurs end up winning the last game, okay, so you got those two teams, and then you've got the Cavs and the Pistons, which is now tied up.
Yeah.
And then the Knicks are waiting there.
Are we back?
What is the NBA?
Like finals matchup?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Knicks Spurs
You think
easily
so?
for me.
Let's
Yeah, Spurs is
go.
a huge fan base, and you know it's in my opinion, a marquee team. And, you know, they've been off the last few years, but everybody wants Wemby to be the face of the league at some point. You get him in there with a market like New York. Yeah, that's the matchup for sure.
Which is crazy because the Spurs have always been like a very quiet organization. You know, like even when they were winning a bunch.
Because their superstars were super quiet.
Yes, like
David Robinson, Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan was the quiet, but he's also kind of like a silent troll.
Oh, I mean,
like
but he didn't celebrate.
But publicly, he was not. Yeah,
he didn't talk.
And at all. Wemby, no. I mean, Wemby is more personable than Tim Duncan, but like it's an exciting time to be a Spurs fan. Like we feel like we're back. And I wish I was in San Antonio right now, like just honking my horn around downtown.
How far is San Antonio from here?
Like 6.5 to 7 hours.
Texas is massive.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Well, but also like I'm stopping at Buc-ee's, so like maybe 8.
True. I mean, I remember going on like a recruiting visit.
I just put that together. She goes, I like 6.5, but if I stop at Buc-ee's,
no, it's like 6.5, 7.
Yeah, I mean, you've been to Buc-ee's, you get it.
It's like 6.5 to 7.
If you'd have said
and the Baytown one's way bigger.
If you'd have said like 5, maybe we could have made a road trip if the Knicks Spurs, you know.
Oh my god.
Because I'm a Knicks fan, you're a Spurs fan.
Yeah, but if we split it up, it's not that far of a drive.
I'm just thinking like all the things that we have in our lives going on at the time to.
I would kill to be in San Antonio right now.
It looks great.
Like I keep seeing videos and it's giving me so much FOMO. And then Manu and the Admiral and Tim Duncan and Greg were all at the game last night.
Yeah. Do y'all think, okay, so the Knicks have been chilling.
Mm-hmm.
They've been waiting.
Mm-hmm.
The Thunder, they're going to be waiting.
Yeah.
Like, do y'all think that's a bad situation for them? Like, because the Cavs and Pistons, they're tied up at 2. They're going to play at least 2 more games, probably 3. And the Knicks are just going to be sitting there waiting. And let's say the T-Wolves win, and now you got a Game 7. Like, OKC's just chilling, sitting there waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly for the Knicks, because they're going to have a longer wait than OKC even did.
Yeah.
I'll say it's a negative for the Knicks. It's a positive for the Thunder. As weird as that sounds, the Thunder did this a year ago, and they went on to win the championship.
Yeah.
Like they've been there, done that. They're a young team. Like they'll be fine. They've kind of figured it out. For the Knicks, Jalen Brunson's one of those players who you guys know I'm a big fan of. But when he gets hot, he's hot, and he's one of the best players in the league. When he has to sit, 7, 8, 9 days. Who knows? Does he cool off a little bit? And, the team has plenty of talent, but just for me, the fact that OKC did this a year ago, I'm not as concerned.
I just used to hate waiting. Just sitting there waiting while your opponents are still – I always talked about it, you get a bye in the NFL, and then, the wild card game, they're not waiting at home. They're playing, and they're still continuing on. And it's I hate that situation because you're just hanging out watching the games, and sometimes you can get a little too loose, a little too relaxed, and the other team's still fighting. So something we'll pay attention to. We don't talk a lot of NBA here, obviously, because, the team we cover is not very good. But
they don't even have a coach yet, Jake.
They don't, and it's been lonely on the dance floor for a long time. But with the Spurs and Knicks in there, you'll probably hear a little bit more here on OTB. And something else you'll hear right here on the show is Beth Torina, head softball coach for the LSU Tigers, getting ready for their regional in Tiger Park. And we'll have that for you next here, live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
Going to ask her about Virginia Tech and playing 3 home games. All right, Central Plumbing, centralplumbing.org. Not only in Central for your plumbing needs, remember that. We've been telling you over the last couple of days. Baton Rouge number 225-230-8156. Lafayette number. That's right, Lafayette 337-202-5263 is the number. For more than 50 years, Central Plumbing has been helping families and businesses here in the area with trusted residential and commercial plumbing services. So from busted pipes, clogged drains, to water heaters, sewer lines, gas lines, and emergency repairs, Central Plumbing truly does do it all. When emergencies happen, because, they always do, and they're always at the worst time, remember, that number that I gave you for both Baton Rouge and Lafayette, that's 24/7 emergency service. So weekend, holiday, game day does not matter. Go check it out all online. Top right corner of the website is that contact information. That is centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org.
At Parrish, we take pride in building roofs that last. because championships are built on commitment, not just on the floor of the court, but your home too.
Etheredge Construction and Roofing. ParishBuilt.com.
Every Raising Cane's chicken finger is marinated, battered by hand, and cooked to order to perfection. We don't have heat lamps, because when you make it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google. Based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana or visit spinela.com and tell them Matt sent you.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
This one right here goes out to all the babies, mamas.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yeah, go like this. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. Very excited for this next conversation. LSU head softball coach Beth Torina joins us now to preview the regional taking place in Tiger Park coming over the next couple of days. Going to be LSU, Virginia Tech, South Alabama, and Akron in town. Coach, we appreciate the time as always. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, thanks for having me. I'm out watching them prep this beautiful Tiger Park for the weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be great scenes, and obviously we've talked so much about what Tiger Park is and the home field advantage that you have there. But one of the things, and I've got to start here, Coach, because we talked about it in length yesterday when we were breaking down the regional, and we'll talk about all the teams, and I want to talk about your matchup, but just kind of going over the teams that are going to be here. For Virginia Tech, they've only really played away from home. They're 21-4 away from home, 16-2 on neutral sites. They only played 13 home games this entire season. We were going over the schedule and all the different places that they played, and they even hosted a tournament somewhere else. And you know, they played a couple of teams that typically you would think would come to them on the road, and so that was one thing that stood out to us. Like, this is a team that's played a lot of games on the road, considering they've played 56 games and only 13 have been at home.
Yeah, I would say, weather probably plays a huge factor in that. And I think weather will probably play a factor this weekend, too. It's going to be really, really hot. And, I think we have a team that'll be ready to play in that, where I think it'll be a different feel for some of the others coming down this way.
And, Coach, kind of looking at, who's going to be in town, like obviously you played South Alabama earlier this year, so you've got a pretty good book of, what they're going to be, and they've played some common opponents, and so you can go watch some of that tape. But also Virginia Tech. I mean, they've played 6 SEC teams. They've won all 6 of those games with South Carolina, Georgia, and Auburn. And so knowing those SEC teams like you do, is it maybe where you start kind of your prep for this team, because you do know those teams and it's, some of the same things maybe that they'll face when they face your team? Do you go to the last 6 games? And I know you, and I know how you work. You're going to watch all of them, but how much of it, are you going to say, okay, let's go off of this?
Well, you want to know what I did first? I went to their losses, and I watched how they lost. I watched what kind of arms beat them and, what type of things gave them problems. And then we'll definitely watch the most recent stuff. And then, like you said, watching things that look similar to us, whether it's an SEC team or not. But if they have a pitcher that looks like one of ours,
right.
Try to find a lefty, try to find a power righty, try to find some things that look like ours. So that'll be the tape that we show the team and the pitchers. But I want to know how they got beat. I want to know who beat them,
right.
and I want to know how they did it and how we can do it too.
And, Coach, one of the things that we know about you is you're going to be prepared for every situation. The prep work's going to be second to none. And so when you have a situation like this where you have 3 teams coming to town and, look, you only really know what's going to happen and how it's going to play out your first game. That you've got, okay, Akron's going to be the first game. That's who we're playing. It is going to be coming up, and it's going to be, Friday at 5:30. And after that, you don't really know what it's going to look like. And so when you're trying to allot your time, okay, let's spend this amount of time with 3 teams coming to town and you not really knowing, how is the process for you and your staff to break all of that down?
Well, it's a full scout for all 3 teams. I mean, I don't think you look past anybody that's playing this time of year. There's only 64 left out of 310 or whatever we ran this year in softball, and everybody's here for a reason. So I don't think you look past anybody. A ton of respect for everybody that's still playing. So it'll be a full scout. It's a lot of hours. I know the lights have been on at Tiger Park late every night, early in the mornings out here. We do have a lot of familiarity with South Alabama, though, like you said. We also played them in 2 10-inning games in the fall over at their place. So, I mean, I probably know their 25th player. They probably know ours, too, But we have a lot of familiarity there. So that helps, having some place to start with them. But having not seen Akron play at all, seen Virginia Tech on TV, and then they were here last year, too, early in the season. So a little more familiarity there.
And, Coach, obviously, we know what Tiger Park means in the atmosphere, and 28-5 this year at home. But when you're sitting there and you're watching the selection show and you're trying to figure out, okay, we know we're 13th in RPI, we know who we've played this year, we've played a very difficult schedule. Are we going to be one of those 16 host sites when you're getting down to the very back end there? Kind of walk us through your emotions when you see LSU is in fact going to be playing in Tiger Park.
Well, I think it was the team's emotions more than mine. It was a pretty cool thing seeing them. And, we have a couple of really sharp ones. Allie Hutchins knew it was down to us in Virginia Tech. I saw her telling the people, she's like, we're either going there or they're coming here. They knew that's who was left on the board. She's sharp. She's really sharp. She's like, I knew it was one or the other. The team, I was sitting behind them. They were looking around saying, can anybody see the coaches? Are they getting worried? What are they doing? They were starting to panic a little bit. Some of the freshmen, Callie Deal, was really panicking. So it was really cool to see their name called and just a big sigh of relief for them. But they earned the right to host and had an awesome season. They went through a lot of adversity and, fought through some things and learned how to come together. So I think it's a season they can really be proud of.
Catching up with LSU head softball coach Beth Torina here on OTB. Coach, they did. And we always kind of pointed out here when we're talking about your team is around, I would say, the middle of March. I would say that last game against Texas A&M, you did see something change in the softball team, and then you go and you beat South Carolina, and we could go on down the list. You take a game from Oklahoma, you win the Missouri series. We could keep on going what your team did after that point. But for you, you're there every day. You saw before that, you saw after that. What changed in this softball team to kind of get them in the mindset where they were going to play a little bit different and they are going to host in the postseason?
I think just a lot of us understanding them as well as learning the system. There was so much new when we started this year. And, it was as much us learning the right words to say to them, some of the transfers, some of the things that worked for, Kylie Edwards. And, man, Bryce really hit a home run there with her once they kind of got to the bottom of what things make her tick, because she had an incredible season for us. But just an example of, trying to maybe fit her into a box and it wasn't the right one, and trying to figure out which is the right one. And I think once they did, you saw her just grow leaps and bounds and have an incredible year. So I think situations like that all over. Avery Hodge moving to third base, the branding position, and now, my gosh, she's maybe the best third baseman ever walk around Tiger Park. It's incredible, but it took a minute for her to understand that position and learn it. And Alex Franklin transitioned to right field and now is playing that at an elite level. So just a lot of new and growing into their spot.
All right, Coach, before we let you go, and we certainly appreciate the time. I know, as you said, you're trying to get ready to host there. Y'all got a lot of things coming up over the next couple of days. But if you had a message to all LSU softball fans, which they're a very passionate group, but if you had a message to make sure that Tiger Park is turned up to an 11, it's at its peak, what would you say to the LSU softball fans?
I think that's it, man. I think we need them in every pitch with us. A lot of these teams have really good arms. So I think every single pitch we win is going to be a big one, right? We talked about, you know the concept of pounding the stone, and just It's not the first 100 blows, it's the 101st that breaks it open. So we need to win every single pitch we can. We need people out and in every pitch, and understanding we got to win the war at the end of it here.
Absolutely, and we're all looking forward to it. Coach, congratulations to this point. Looking forward to a great regional in Tiger Park, and we always appreciate the time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Beth Torina, head softball coach for the LSU Tigers, good enough to join us here on OTB as they get ready. Again, LSU, Virginia Tech, South Alabama, and Akron going to be in town. And the winner of this regional is going to play the winner of the Tuscaloosa regional, which probably going to be Alabama. Pretty good softball team. But that would be a great challenge for LSU if they're able to get out of this regional. You heard her talk about it there. The final host site came down to LSU and Virginia Tech. They probably looked at Virginia Tech and said, hey, y'all only played 13 home games. Do y'all really care?
Get closer hotels and don't have graduation the same weekend that you're supposed to do it.
That is very true as well. But look, LSU was 13th in the RPI,
yes.
So not crazy that they get one of the top 16 seeds by
Virginia Tech got snubbed.
Oh, Lord.
It said that in that article.
It did. It
How
said,
do
go
you-
prove
They
them
got
wrong,
snubbed.
ladies.
They got snubbed.
I got so triggered by that article because, okay, if you want to lay out an argument for why Virginia Tech should have been the host site over LSU, you can lay that out, right? But why did it have to be so passive aggressive? And why did it have to be so I could tell that you are very hurt by this? Prove them wrong, ladies.
You're someone that has lived in Blacksburg, Virginia your whole life, went to school there, and you're too close to the situation.
I want LSU, obviously, for every single reason. But, I just want them to win this so bad so that one guy that wrote that one article.
Because we love petty.
We are so petty.
Yeah, we are very petty here on the show. I look forward to being right. All right, we will step away. We will take a break. We've still got a lot coming your way here on today's show. The voice of the LSU Tigers, Chris Blair, is going to join us at 9:15. So stay locked in for that. Stay locked in for the entirety of OTB when we come back here from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, when it comes to your money, relationships still matter, and that's why people across Louisiana trust First American Bank and Trust. At First American Bank and Trust, you're not calling some giant out-of-state bank where nobody knows your name. You're working with local bankers who understand our communities, our businesses, and the people who live here. So whether you're looking for a personal banking, business banking, home loans, construction loans, or help planning for the future, First American gives you the technology and convenience you want with the personal service you deserve. If you need a checking account, saving for a home, expanding your business, First American has the expertise and local decision-making to help you move forward faster. And because they're community focused, they're invested in helping Louisiana families and businesses grow and succeed every single day. So if you're ready for a better banking experience, make the switch to First American Bank and Trust. Visit FABT.com today to learn more information and find a location near you.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied.
Dirty South, ain't got really feel me. Feel us, East Coast feel me. Feel us, West Coast feel me. Say what? Dirty South, here we go. Ain't got really feel me. Baby girl, East Coast feel me. West Coast feel me. Can you feel us? Dirty South, dirty. Ain't got really feel me. Feel it. East Coast feel me. Say what? West Coast feel me. Dirty South.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
I've been watching you like the hawk in the sky. That fly, you are my prey. Boy, I promise you, if we keep bumping heads, I know that one of these days we gon' hook it up, probably talk on the phone. But see, I don't know if that's good. I've been holding back.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. You'll see the big dumper finally got a hit.
Wait, no, I didn't see that. He did?
Well, you'll see how.
Well, because he took a shower with his uniform on, right?
Went 2
I
for
did
4.
see that.
Went 2
Oh,
for
and then he
4
went 2
last
for
night.
4.
He got 2 hits.
The entire LSU baseball team needs to shower with their uniforms on. Yeah. And all of them. Every single one of them.
Mainly pitching staff. Get out there, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't
Baseball's
they think about
a
that?
weird deal.
Yeah.
It's a weird deal.
It's odd, man.
I think it's probably
Cal Raleigh, by the way, is the player we're talking about.
Oh, yeah,
Mariners,
Cal Raleigh.
Mariners catcher.
If you know, you know.
Big Dumper's just his nickname.
Yeah. What was he, 0 for 34?
0 for 38.
38, oof.
Turned into 0 for 38.
Welcome back, Chris
now,
Davis.
He had 60 home runs last year.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
people surprised to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets 2 hits last night. And I really want to harp on the showering in his full uniform portion of this because, you know, we did some, you did some weird things when you're trying to figure it out, when you're slumping a little bit.
Yeah.
Like in football, we do some, one year, they all run together. We were struggling in San Diego, and we used to carpool to work. We used to carpool with the quarterbacks, and we would typically pick each other up at 5:30, I don't know, something like that. Get there for 6:30, sauna, hot tub, do the whole deal, watch some tape, and we started struggling one year, like really bad, like lost 3 in a row, whatever. And we're like, all right, let's get in earlier. And then you know how that is. Like then it started to roll downhill. It's like, let's get in earlier. We got to play better. We got to get here. It got to a point we were picking each other up at 3. Like we were picking each other up. It was dark outside. It's 3 a.m. We're getting to the facility like at 3:45, and we're just like trying to figure out anything we could possibly do to change our fortunes and to win football games.
Yeah.
Like we would do stuff like that, like which is kind of weird. I get it, but we didn't take showers in our full football uniform.
Right.
But in baseball, I feel like this is almost like normal.
It's normal.
Because like baseball players, it is such a game of failure.
Yeah.
You could be the greatest to ever do it. You're going to fail more than you succeed.
Yeah.
And that's weird for me being a football player because I would get cut if that was the
You have to
situation.
execute everything perfectly playing football.
You got to be like 90%.
Right.
You really do. You got to be like a 90% player.
Yeah.
Baseball,
you're
not.
Right.
I mean, 30 to 40%, you're great.
Yeah.
So it's different. I get that.
It
but
is.
man, baseball players will do whatever they have to do to get out of a slump.
I think it's definitely like the most superstitious group of people in a sport for sure. Like I remember when I was playing softball, we all did our hair the same way every single game. We like did the same routine, ate the same stuff. And this is like normal stuff, but like it's the most superstitious sport for real. I don't know why it is, but it is. And we believe in dumb things like showering in your full baseball uniform to get the slump off of you. And it did, because it worked.
It
you
worked.
see that?
Oh,
you see that in
You're
movies.
going to have so many people showering in their
Well,
uniform.
you were talking about like football players don't do that. Baseball movies, you see this.
Yeah.
Like the pitcher, gives up a home run or whatever. He goes to the shower, just stands there under the water.
Yeah.
In his uni. He said that, Raleigh said that Logan Gilbert, their pitcher, gave him the advice. He said he told me to wash off the bad mojo from the baseball gods.
Yeah.
He said, and it worked, so got to give him credit. So there you go.
His hit in the 7th inning was his first hit since April 27th. I was 40 last time he got a hit.
That's crazy. That's a crazy way to put that.
That's wild.
It's, again, this man went and showered in his full uniform. Got 2 hits.
I mean,
Good for him.
It worked. They won 10-2.
It's like the movie Major League. Like they were trying, like Joe Boo, like they're trying
Yeah.
everything they possibly can to get out of a slump or to stay hot.
Didn't
They
you
will go to
send
any
us a Major League thing yesterday? Wasn't yesterday the anniversary of Major League?
Well, I did because it was actually Jay Johnson when he was at Arizona.
Uh-huh.
They recreated the spring training deal where
Oh.
Players coming in. He's like,
Yeah.
Right.
I thought you said we didn't have any high-priced talent on this team or whatever. Like
Yeah.
we did the whole thing, and then Jay Foley goes in on it, does like the Lou Brown voice, like
This
in the
is
video.
incredible.
I've never seen
You've
Jay.
got to watch it. So it was
This
like
is crazy.
it was like an anniversary of the movie.
Yeah.
And so Arizona baseball was like, hey, we remember when we did this, and I was like, I had never seen it before. It's long, so I don't know that it's worth playing. Like it's pretty long.
No, but I've never
But
seen
we need
Jay
to maybe
like
play a version of it.
show some personality.
I don't think that he would do that at LSU.
No. That's
but it's
funny.
actually pretty good. It's pretty funny.
That is funny.
I'm pulling it up.
I love that.
Forgot about Dorn because he's only high priced.
That's right. They did a good job.
Yeah.
And of course,
I need the whole entire baseball team, LSU baseball team, to get in the showers with their
what is the
full unis on.
What is the craziest thing that either one of y'all have done? Y'all both played high school sports all throughout. What's the craziest thing you've done to try to get out of a slump?
Nothing. I never slumped. I'm just kidding.
Wow. Right, Tommy, tough
no,
guy.
definitely slumped multiple times.
But
I don't know. My dad used to make me just go to the batting cage and like just be there for hours after I had a bad tournament or something.
I remember, so my old my hitting coach in high school ball, his name was Tim Hewlett, and he played like a decade in the show.
Yeah.
Like he was with Cal Ripken with the Orioles. Like
Yeah.
He played second, backed him up at shortstop. And I can remember, like, I was struggling, and after a game, full uniform, he's like, Cage, now, me,
Yeah.
you. And, like, we sat there for, like, an hour after a game,
Mhm.
and we had BP, and we worked on, like, 97 different
there.
things, like, to, try to get me out of a slump.
Yeah.
So I've definitely done that before, which is, it's humbling when everybody's going home, and you're in there taking hacks.
Yeah. No, for real.
I didn't play baseball in high school. I mean, I played all the way through middle school, but so I mean, I guess I didn't really have quote unquote slumps, because if you're not playing baseball. I guess I didn't really have like a superstition per se.
Oh, I had to wear the same. So under my football pads, I had the same Punisher shirt.
Yeah.
That I wore every game.
Mhm.
I wore it at LSU until it just disintegrated. The same Punisher shirt, sleeves off, mid-drift, cut, wore it after, under my pads for every game.
I don't know if this is abnormal or not, but like my entirety of like my high school career playing, I never bought new sliding shorts. They're the same, and that was like a thing for
They
me.
were
Like
hanging
I'm
on by a
not
thread.
all tore up.
Yeah.
But that was like my thing. Like I was like, I'm not. The sliding shorts are the thing.
Not everybody can be as good as Tay was, apparently, and did never slump.
I mean, it's hard
I
to
just
like.
balled
He's
out.
like, nah, I
just balled
guys,
out,
I'm
bro.
sorry, but it was too hard for me to not be.
I don't know about the rest
if
of
you throw
y'all.
a pick or drop a ball in practice, you're like, hey, idiot, what are you doing? Like, there's not slumps, and I mean, there are, but like not like
Yes.
baseball. Not like baseball.
Oh no, I've slumped bad before.
Hour 3 when we come back here from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, as y'all know, we've been telling you over the last couple of weeks, May is Stroke Awareness Month. And when it comes to stroke, every second matters. All right, so remember the signs. FAST, right? F-A-S-T. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, time to call 911. Ochsner is leading the way with advanced stroke care right here in Louisiana. Remember, they've got expert teams ready 24/7 in life-saving treatment when you need it the most. So we can't stress this enough. Don't wait. Don't second guess it. Remember, again, FAST, F-A-S-T. Learn the signs, protect your loved ones, and get the right care at the right place with Ochsner. You can download the My Ochsner app to stay connected to your healthcare anytime. Again, the My Ochsner app. Ochsner Health, innovating healthcare, improving lives. Go to ochsner.org. My Ochsner app, My Ochsner app.
Ever wonder why cane sauce doesn't come in a pre-sealed packet? It's because it's made fresh inside every Raising Cane's every single day. Because when you make it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Championships are won with preparation, and so are great roofs.
Coach is tough on us about preparation, and Paris brings that same championship mindset. Do business with someone you know.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
ParishBuilt.com.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana or visit SpineCenterLA.com.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Off the bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone goal.
Live from the Raising Cane studio. It's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding.
Oh, Tommy!
Thank you. GoTommys.com.
Hey, Thomas.
G-E-A-U-X. Tommy's with a Y.com. Go to GoTommys.com. You'll clearly see the difference. On the website, you also have a chance to see the awards that they stack over there. You're probably seeing it on YouTube right now. Angie Super Service Award, 2016, 17, 18, 19. I could just go on and on and on. That's what they do. That's who they are, and they do it with incredible customer service as well. They can customize your job. You can check out a gallery of work, what they've already done for your neighbors here in the greater Baton Rouge area. They've got it all, windows, doors, and siding, and also check out what else they can do, things like gutters. They also have that service available as well. Go to GoTommys.com. Still, I haven't heard the Marler version of that.
Of what?
I just heard y'all's
He
impersonation.
That was pretty much it.
Tommy.
Yeah,
that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
I like to test the people on the yo. I'm not good at the yo Tommy, but I love when Matt's like, you have to do it. Like when Rivers said it, it was the funniest thing ever. I don't know which one was funny.
Matt is very committed to the bit.
Yeah.
He made Cassie do it. Apparently.
Really?
Well, I mean, she was filling in for me, so I didn't hear it.
I think it was. I don't remember it, but it was probably something like, yo, Tommy.
We took I even put it in the YouTube poll. I was like, who did the worst yo Tommy? Marler, Rivers, or Cassie?
Marler.
I think they did vote Marler.
Yeah. It's no shock.
Marler out here trying to get the Ole Miss LSU game canceled.
Oh, boy.
I sent him a text about 20 minutes.
That headline there, but oh, boy, that graphic.
Why do they think that he's trying to cancel the game? Probably because the graphic says cancel the game.
Yeah, but guys, like you take everything too literal. Like you gotta read in between. It's clearly not what he meant.
Yeah, he didn't mean it. Even though that's what the graphic headline said.
No, he didn't mean it.
That question mark was doing a lot of heavy lifting.
He wants you to think critically.
Yeah.
And we're just not.
The Ole Miss.
Is Marler an industry player?
He might actually be.
That's one of the funniest comments I've seen. That one and the one saying that he looks like a Russian doll that fits inside a T-Bob is...
Hold up.
They said he...
Oh, my God.
And I told him, he was like, at least I'm the smaller one.
Oh, my
Sure.
gosh.
Take the victory.
Nope, I missed that one.
Hilarious. Killed me.
Marler Mondays.
Marler Mondays.
That is the thing, apparently. It is like that did cause a stir, the graphic about the game.
Do y'all think we should cancel the game?
Yeah, probably not. It's what is it? May the 13th. And it's not even the first game of the year. It's the third game of the year. Can y'all imagine if it was like November like it used to be?
Bro.
And it's all anybody's talking about. And look, I mean, and Lane Kiffin had his Vanity Fair article, which we talked about. Steve Sarkisian had his USA Today article, which he took a jab at basket weaving. Their athletic director, Keith Carter, he's Ole Miss through and through. I mean, he played basketball there. Like, he's going to defend them with everything he's got. But he tweeted yesterday, kind of amazing how uncomfortable our success is making some people.
Okay, so
hashtag Rebel Nation.
I'm confused about that.
Me too. Like,
I'm not even trying to be funny.
Me neither.
I'm genuinely confused.
Outside of last year.
Yeah.
Me neither.
What success?
Me neither. Like,
you hired from within.
Yeah, and you've never you've never been to Atlanta for the SEC championship game. So like, relative, I guess, for you, like that was a successful season. But I'm just not going to say like, oh man, yeah, like they're coming. Like they're getting better for sure. But like, you didn't do anything in basketball. Your baseball team's okay. Your softball team's okay. Like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
Like your women's basketball team, Coach Yo, I actually really like Coach Yo a lot, but it's like, they did okay. It's like, what success are you having that's making people uncomfortable?
When you have a banner in your stadium that says SEC West co-champs, then you've never won a damn thing in your program's history.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Another roof gone too soon. Looks like neglect. There's no doubt about it. This is a case of poor installation. At Pelican Roofing, we don't guess. We investigate to find the real cause of your roof's problems. Call Pelican Roofing for your free roof investigation today. Case closed.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the...
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
So long, I'm here to answer your call. I know that I
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. Always a pleasure to catch up with our next guest. It is the voice of your LSU Tigers, Chris Blair. CB, always a pleasure, sir. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, man. Happy belated birthday again. Hope
Thank
you're
you.
doing good.
Yeah, 41 hits a little different. You know, it's like, you know, you get 40 and you're like, okay, well, like that happened. But then it's like once you're 41, as Flynn told me yesterday, like you're in your 40s.
Well, check in with me in 10 years and let me know how you're doing.
All right, Chris, man, I want to go across the gamut here. Obviously, you know, all the sports that you do have got a lot of things going on with them, but we'll start with the current sport, baseball. You know, the first game there in Athens, it felt like, okay, here we go. You got a little opportunity, and then it felt like more of the same. The Ole Miss series, the Mississippi State series, where you have these leads, you have the momentum, but you just can't hold on to it. And you know this, covering as you know, as many baseball games as you have. Like, you have that momentum, you win that game. Who knows what happens the rest of the weekend? But unfortunately for LSU and its baseball team, the story of that first game of the Georgia series has kind of been how it's played out over the last month or so.
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, it was one of those deals. I think Coach Johnson pointed it out. You know, it's they had 5 straight road games where, you know, they had a lead and had scored 8 runs, and you know, he really feels like that should be enough to win. You know, obviously, I joke with him a lot about, you know, after his first year saying there's never enough runs. Like, until they tell you a run rule and you got to stop playing, like, you keep trying to score. But you know, I think realistically, he felt like with the way they played in game one, in those 5 road games, that they had a chance to win. I mean, obviously the bullpen couldn't hold the lead. Now, I'll say this for Georgia. You know, Wes Jordan has assembled one heck of an offensive team. I mean, it is – I kind of said that against A&M. I thought A&M at that point when we played them was the best offensive team. I thought Mississippi State was similar from an offensive standpoint, but I don't think either one of them's in the same zip code as Georgia. And that's no disrespect. It's just that team absolutely forced LSU to pitch them their pitch. And when they did not miss. And, you know, it was a ton of extra base hits, obviously a ton of home runs in a hitter-friendly ballpark where there really wasn't any wind to speak of. But that being said, it was a tough weekend, man. That's a talented team. We'll see how it translates, you know, in the long haul. I think their pitching was okay for Georgia. In fact, I was asking Bill Franquez, I said, you know, looking back on it now, we've seen some of these great offenses that just bash their way to victory against LSU. But which team do you feel like has the best pitching staff we faced? And, you know, Bill's seen a lot more SEC baseball than I have. And he and I both felt like, you know, from a total pitching staff, probably of the teams we played, probably Ole Miss. But we'll see what Georgia can do. I mean, if you can put up, you know, 9.5 runs per game in SEC play, I think that plays pretty well against anybody you play in the postseason.
Yeah, they're going to be an interesting team to see, you know, because of where their pitching's at. It's good. It's not the best by any means, like you said, and if they play in a different ballpark, but they certainly, their lineup is one of the best ones that you will see in college baseball. And to kind of get back to LSU, as you know, we've all kind of noticed, and you've noted multiple times on the broadcast, they're playing the young guys. They're playing the freshmen. They're letting the freshmen go through some lumps a little bit. They're letting them, you know, obviously succeed as well. And look, that's not something we've seen because, you know, well, Jay Johnson, he's won 2 national championships, and, you know, obviously, you know, they get to regionals in the other seasons, and so they hadn't really had this opportunity. But it has been nice to see the young players given the opportunity to go out there. The moment hasn't been too big for them yet, and they've actually been some of your better players over the last couple of weeks.
No question about it. I mean, and you know, I talked with Bill on the air this weekend, and I know it doesn't make Tiger fans feel any better, and it certainly doesn't make us feel any better, and I know it doesn't make the team feel any better. But having made that switch to go with those guys, who again are here at LSU because they're super talented. It's not as if, okay, let's drop back to the freshmen. I mean, you're missing experience, but now you're kind of beyond that. I mean, when you look at Mason Braun, I don't consider him a true freshman anymore. Right. In the same way I didn't consider Curiel and Milam and Dylan Cruz for that matter. And I think you can put, obviously, Omar Cerna in the same position. I mean, those guys have been pretty much everyday players. But, the experience that William Patrick's getting and the growth we've seen of Jack Ruckert at second base defensively and coming up with some key hits as well, along with some of the freshman pitchers that we know are here because of their talent. I mean, look out. I don't know what the future holds over the next week, 2 weeks. But, if Jay Johnson is solely focused on recruiting and transfer portal while everybody else is playing postseason baseball, Jay's the type of guy that doesn't go on a revenge tour, but LSU will. And that'll be something to look at. And again, I know that doesn't make people feel good right now, and it doesn't, answer what happened in 2026. But I've spent too much time around the coach to know that, as good as the job as he does, even when he is going, into late June playing for national championships. I mean, when he's not got but one focus, look out.
Oh, you're right about that. And I actually am looking very much forward to this offseason and how everything kind of changes for Jay Johnson and some of the comments that he's made. Like, you and I both know him well enough to know that he means every word of those comments. Chris, something else that you've seen a ton of is first pitches, and I'm going to be doing it on Friday at the box. And so do you have any advice for me not only look, I mean, if I throw a bad pitch, that falls on you too. I mean, we're partners in the fall. Your name might be brought up when they're throwing slander my way.
Well, I'm a big Howard Stern fan, and one of the worst first pitches ever was Gary Dell'Abate at the Mets game. I mean, you can go look it up, and it's horrendous. You've got to do better than that. Okay. I mean, you can't hit, bystanders. I mean,
What if I throw it into the Florida dugout? We've talked about that. A little pick move to third and just quickly in the Florida dugout.
Yeah, you can tell everybody the runner was taken off, and you were just holding him to the bag.
That's right.
No, I'm sure you'll do fine. The only advice I'd give you is just don't try to aim it. I mean, literally. So if you're practicing, obviously you're practicing, right? You've been practicing and preparing.
I've been working with with our 9U team that I help coach. I've been, yesterday at practice, I told the catcher, hey, get down for a little bit. Let me throw something to you. I
have no doubt that you'll be in the vicinity of the dirt around home plate.
All right. All right. That's okay-ish if that happens. Ringing endorsement there from our guy, Chris Blair. CB, as I said, obviously, and by the way, you're about to actually get to rest your voice for a little bit after doing football, basketball, and baseball. But we've been talking a lot about the fall, and we've been talking about, obviously, the Clemson game and game day, all that's great. And once it comes, that should be the sole focus. But, with the Ole Miss, LSU stuff, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, everybody's talking about what that game's going to be and the scenes that it's going to be and, just the craziness. That is one of the places where you and we got to kind of walk through the people to get to that press elevator. That's going to be an interesting walk for you and I. I'm going to need you to keep me, focused on getting to the elevator and not maybe, wander around the stadium too much.
But me be in charge of you, I'm going to be walking behind you, hiding behind you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If because I if somebody chirps, I tend to answer a chirp. So I need you to keep me solely focused on getting to the elevator. Me, you, and Todd are going to be walking together to the elevator.
Yeah, it's something, man. I mean, I was thinking this morning, getting ready to come on the air, I was thinking, what talking season this year? I mean, it started, obviously. I think every year talking season starts a little earlier, but my goodness, this year leading up to the season, which is, again, it's great news yesterday that LSU is going to be a clear focus on LSU and Baton Rouge and Louisiana and with game day and obviously the ABC primetime of LSU and Clemson. And I look at that game, I mean, as obvious everybody else does. It's so important because, you got Lane Kiffin and all that has happened. And the biggest story, I think, in college football wasn't, I think actually LSU eclipsed Indiana. I mean, there's more people talking about LSU in the offseason than I haven't heard anything about the Hoosiers. And then you've got Clemson with Dabo Swinney that, last year it was kind of okay, is he going to be able to survive in this new climate of transfer portal and all of that, which he's kind of pushed back. And then, Brian Kelly coming in, how is LSU going to do? Is this the year? I think the focus and the anticipation and the eyeballs that were looking at last year's opening game, I mean, it's going to be, just absolutely off the charts for this game. And it's an important game.
Yeah.
I don't think for Coach Kiffin and LSU it's the be-all, end-all. I think there might be a little more pressure on Dabo Swinney, from a standpoint of his contingency back in Clemson. But, it's the schedule. Clemson at home to open the season, and then you got to go to Oxford, and then you got to go. Oh, don't forget, you got to go to Knoxville. Yeah. It's going to be one heck of a ride. But I will say this: I enjoyed going to spring football. I enjoyed watching how they do their work, and I'm sure as a guy who's been through those and NFL mini camps, and that you probably have a perspective on it that I don't have. But I was just impressed at the lack of wasted moments. I mean, that every blade of grass, turf, everything that can be used over at the practice facility when I was there was being utilized. It wasn't as if, again, they would have sessions where they would do a 11 on 11. But when that wasn't going on, man, they were using every inch of the practice facility, and it was moving very smoothly, very on time, very lively. I was impressed with the way these guys prepare their football team. So I know there's all kinds of stuff that gets way more attention, but I like the stuff that's being done that's the actual X's and O's, and that's why I'm excited for the season.
One of the things that was funny yesterday, and last point, we're catching up with our guy Chris Blair, voice of the LSU Tigers. Yesterday, Flynn was asking me, he's like, hey, with the way football is now, he's like, do you ever go like a couple of plays where you don't even, maybe talk? I was like, oh man, for sure, because of the way these speeds are going with these offenses. And I was like, Chris, it's radio, it's not TV. He's like, Chris has got to set the scene. He's got to set the play, doubles and trips and whatever the formation is or whatever. And I was sitting there thinking, that's how it was last year. Like, I kind of felt bad. I was like, man, am I going to leave Chris high and dry? Am I just going to be there for support in the fall? Because this offense is going to be going uber fast.
It's going to be fast. I'm just going to do a much better job and please everybody and shut up. I'm just going to talk a little bit less. And but yeah, that's one of the things that will be a change. It was one of the things we had to prepare for every time we played a Lane Kiffin team was, hey, look, guys, there's going to be minimal amounts for just you got to be succinct. And that's going to be a challenge this year. Just from a behind the scenes look, you got to be very judicious with the words you're going to use, and you got to use them fast because I expect this team to move very quickly. And if any indication of what I saw at spring, that is definitely the case. But we'll find a way to make it work.
Oh, look, again, you should be doing the talking. You're the best. We appreciate you. I'm just sitting there, and at one time, I'm just going to pat you on the shoulder and tell you how good you're doing because I'm looking forward to this offense going NASCAR speed, lining up, getting the ball snapped. It's going to be a lot of fun. Look forward to the fall, and we look forward to hearing you close out baseball season. CB, we appreciate your time, sir.
You got it, man.
All right, Chris Blair, the voice of the LSU Tigers, good enough to join us here on OTB. Sometimes I feel bad. It's like you're setting the scene again, and you're getting ready to snap the football, and that was like in a very sort of no-huddle offense. It's about to be NASCAR speed, which I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out as well. All right, we will step away. We've got more OTB coming back your way when we jump back here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, if your office technology is slowing your business down, it's time to call Gulf Coast Office Products. For decades, Gulf Coast Office Products has helped businesses across Louisiana with their equipment and support they need to stay efficient, productive, and connected. So from copiers and printers to document management, managed IT services, phone systems, and workflow solutions, Gulf Coast Office Products help businesses of all sizes operate smarter and more efficient. So we always talk about it. What sets them apart is their local service because they got all the bells and whistles. They got all the latest equipment that you could ever ask for. But the thing they pride themselves on, like the day one thing, is the person you call is the person that fixes whatever you've got going on, helps you out, sets everything up. You don't get transferred. You talk to that person and that person alone. So call the local experts at Gulf Coast Office Products or visit them at gcopnet.com to learn more. Gulf Coast Office Products, Louisiana's trusted office technology partner, gcopnet.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
I mean, there for a while, like her and Timbaland.
They were on a run.
Like, they were on a run. They had a groove. They throw JT in there every once in a while. It's a run. Maybe try to bring that back. I don't know. I like new music. I like Nelly. I like Timbaland. I like JT. I also like Rouse's. You know what I mean? Rouses.com is a website. You're going to have a location that's convenient for you. How are you going to find that location? Well, you go to Rouses.com. You look it up, and then it gives you the weekly specials at your store. And then also, once you walk into your local store, let's say you're hungry. Let's say it's like 11:30. Well, guess what? They got the sushi bar, the lunch bar, the salad bar, the pre-made meals already ready to go. Those are for you. You like crawfish in the middle of the day? They got it. Little bags of crawfish with some potatoes, some corn, individual bags. They got sacks of crawfish too. If you're into crawfish boils, I don't know. Is that a thing in Louisiana? Feels like it is. You get all that at Rouse's. Also, to give our boy Matthew a little shameless plug, unless you're in the Destrehan store, which hopefully they figured that out. My High's on special all through the month of May. So go to Rouse's.com, find the location near you, Rouse's.com. Just sitting there thinking about when we had Blair on, Chris Blair. That man goes from football to basketball to baseball. Like his August until typically June is doing games.
I'm sure, somewhere deep down our guys like, you know what? I get my June off.
You say it's like, you know what? I wanted to be in Omaha, but
I also get my June off.
But I get the rest of the instrument.
Let's look at the silver linings.
Because a lot of people don't do all three.
Right.
Because baseball's not as big of a deal as it is here and in the SEC. It's becoming more of a, like ACC's, obviously picked up, and now the Big Ten has a couple of teams that are playing well. Like they've picked up interest, but that's probably the difference is that man does all three. So I'm glad to work with him during the fall. I will be doing that again. So look forward to being there in the booth with Chris Blair every single Saturday. I don't like when you snicker. That makes me a little
Well, it's because remember
nervous.
yesterday somebody texted the text line and they were like, ask Matt if this was the 20% off
Oh, you didn't
price.
hear me? You didn't hear me give him a shot?
Yeah, so that's what I was
store?
laughing at. They were like, I did hear you, but that's what I was laughing at. Shout out to Destrehan Rouse's for overcharging.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going to blame Matt, though. It feels like he messed up somewhere.
Yeah, probably. He was like, heads will roll.
Yeah, I bet he forgot about it by the time he hit that doorway there. We know Matt. We love him, but we know him. He's actually going to be here tomorrow and then out Friday and Monday. Poncho, shout out to Poncho, is sending us on a fishing trip in Idaho. Now, I can't go. I got a lot of things. I've been gone from my family just too much lately, and I can't do it again. I'll enjoy seeing my family on the weekends. And from December until last weekend, I was gone every weekend but 3, I think. So
yeah.
I am staying put this weekend and looking forward to, some more baseball games with our kiddos, our 9U and 12U, and then throwing out the first pitch. But he's going on a just straight up badass fishing trip that Poncho is sending him on. So I'm going to have some FOMO watching the pictures and the videos, but he's going to be out on Friday and Monday as well. So not a lot of Flynn over the next couple of days. He is not going to be in like Flynn, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
no.
It's okay.
It's okay. We'll excuse it. We'll allow it.
Yeah. We'll throw.
Are we gonna have Marler fill in for him on Friday? You don't need a co-host.
I'm about to say, I do a lot of radio.
Monday's
I'm okay.
fine.
I'm okay. I can, I've done solo plenty of times in my life. I used to actually only do solo. So, Monday's good enough. Monday's good enough. And two, y'all are great. Y'all are producers that talk. I've had producers that don't talk doing solo. I have certainly had that situation.
Matt seems like someone that's just going
I
to.
used to have Paul O'Neill.
Right.
Hey, yeah.
I used to have Paul and Happy. And Happy would talk about K-pop, not about sports. Because she knew K-pop backwards.
I don't think
and forwards.
K-pop is the demographic for this
No,
station.
she knew it though.
But
When I first started here, she was one of the first people that trained me. I didn't know what K-pop was until our girl Madison Gilmore. Oh, yeah. I learned a lot about it.
Yeah, shout out to Happy, though. She knew the board backwards and forwards, and she knew K-pop.
Oh, yeah.
And now she's driving boats at Disney. Shout out.
wait, okay, so this is very niche. But they're talking about it in the chat right now. We were talking about it during the break when somebody had tweeted that Lane Kiffin sends his kids to private school or whatever. And I was like, not a private school. U-High is definitively not a
No, it's
private
not.
school. I don't know why y'all are like, and it's so weird because people were very mad on the internet about it and like arguing with me. Arguing with a wall because I wasn't responding because it's such a dumb argument to have. Like, I don't get why people were so mad about it and so adamant and digging their heels into the fact that U-High is a private school. It is a public school. Like, period, point blank. They charge tuition, yes, but they charge like $6,000. Meanwhile, private schools charge you like minimum $12,000 a year.
Look, I'm not going to throw any other school on blast, but there's schools here in the city that for 4 of my children, it's the same price as one.
Right.
Like a true private school. And look, there's nothing wrong with private school. That's where I went. I went to private school.
Yes.
I went to Evangel Christian Academy.
But it's just not.
But no, it's not.
No matter how bad you want it to be, it's not. And I thought it was so weird
a
that
lab
people were so aggressive and so angry and so wrong on the internet about it.
Yeah, I mean, like Jake, to your point, like the full name of the school is University Lab.
Yeah.
Like lab
It's a
school.
It's a lab
There's
school.
magnet schools, there's lab schools.
Yes.
There's private schools. Like
private schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a private school. Sorry. I know you want it to be so bad and you want to like make me look like I'm dumb and all this, but it's definitively not a private school.
Like
Sorry, that was a very niche thing that I needed to get off my chest, but I got rage baited so hard yesterday. I had to like step away from
it is weird though that because like a lot of people do
Why
consider.
are you so mad?
Because
and it's a school of diversity too. Like I saw some of that stuff too. Like it missed me with that. Like you don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
It's the best of both worlds. Like that's the main reason that Katie and I put our boys in there.
Yeah.
We went and we're like, man, this school's got everything, right? It's got everything that's going to help our children grow. So yeah, I'll sit up here. I'll defend U-High all day. Every day.
When you got a couple magnet schools in the city that like nobody considers private. Like Scotlandville's a magnet. Liberty off of Lee Drive, like they're a magnet. But I mean, I'm assuming they're similar.
Like we had charter schools in Texas. Those were
Yeah.
not private schools. They
Right.
were public schools, but you had to pay to go to them.
Yeah.
So stupid. I got rage baited so hard.
I know. I was going to jump in. I was like in the middle.
Rivers
of my show.
jumped in.
I was on my serious show and I wanted to jump in, but I knew like you know me, like once I jump in, like I can't let go. I can't not. So it's all good.
Oh my God. See, if
Blake,
U-High
it's
it's just not a private school. Like Google is free. Go look it up.
It's not. It's a
It's
laboratory
just not
school.
a private school. I'm sorry.
Hand
Well,
up, I don't know the
it's
difference,
not- it's
but
not-
lab
it's
is in the
fine.
title.
So. Oh, that doesn't matter if it's in select or non-select. There's like huge public schools that are in select because they're magnet schools.
It also gets, I'm pretty sure it gets state money too.
So.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
Southern
state
Lab.
money, not city money. If I'm not.
I think so, yeah.
I completely forgot about that one. Southern Lab. Like they're lab
Yeah.
school too.
Yeah.
I mean, like
yeah, and this was my biggest thing that I said. I was like, I'm going to respond to one, and this is it.
Yeah.
By that same logic, LSU is a private school.
Yeah.
You have to pay tuition to go to LSU.
Yeah, we pay for like the same things that an LSU student does.
Yeah.
Like it's the same concept.
Anyway.
Like our kids have LSU.edu email addresses.
The internet one. I got
LSU
rage
is a
baited.
public school. So, anyways, Blake, it's just not.
No, you're calling it
Like,
whatever you want.
You can call it whatever you want too. That's fine.
Anyways.
Because I don't really care if it was a private school. I tell you, I went to private school.
Yeah.
You can have a laughing emoji. It's still the same thing. Doesn't matter. And I love my guy Blake. It's fine. Like find another private school that costs $6,000 a year. No, you pay tuition like you do at LSU, which is a public university.
Yeah.
And you have an LSU.edu email address. You pay for the same things at LSU. You have on the same calendar as LSU. So, anyways, let's take a break. Ask the bench when we come back.
Off the bench.
Raising Cane's Texas Toast is a thick slice of bread, garlic buttered spread, grilled to golden perfection, and made to order just for you. Because when you make it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana or visit spinela.com and tell them Matt sent you.
As a business owner, you're always focused on how you can improve the bottom line. Well, when was the last time you shopped your insurance coverage? Insurance Network of Louisiana can help. If you're a business owner, let my friends at Insurance Network of Louisiana see if they can find you better coverage for less money. They always offer exceptional customer service and partner with only the best providers. So check them out online today at lainsurance.net.
Supreme Jasmine is premium American-grown rice. From local farms to your table, every grain is supreme. Pick up a bag of Jasmine or any other of our Supreme American rice.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Okay. All right, this song makes me almost feel, rejuvenized.
Like Dos Equis?
Well,
too.
that for sure. I mean,
I'm gonna drink so much Dos Equis from this song that I gotta go to Rejuve Me.
That's right. That's right. If you're feeling tired, low on energy, struggling to lose weight, well, we send you to Rejuve Me Medical. RejuveMeMedical.com. Schedule that consultation day. 13 locations across Louisiana, 1 in Mississippi as well. I went. It was incredibly easy. My daughter literally was on my lap as I got my labs drawn. Don't make an excuse. Go in today. Get the consultation. Feel better. Feel more like your youthful self. RejuveMeMedical.com. You're right about Dos Equis. We talked about it yesterday. There is no beer like an airport beer, a baseball beer. What was the other one? We had another one.
Airport beer. Oh, hotel bar.
Hotel
beer.
bar, which
Yeah.
Flynn's going through right now. So. I am not.
There's like literally no ask the bench questions because everybody's just arguing which is like this is so stupid. Who cares?
Like, well, look, I
Hold
went
on,
I went to a high
one.
school that a lot of people had a lot to say about. That's fine, whatever. My kids go to a school that a lot of people have a lot to say about. That's fine too.
Yeah.
Like I've been in this war. I've been in this battle since 1997 when I left Ridgewood Middle School to go to Evangel. There ain't nothing. I'm calloused in this.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you're gonna be able to say to me. It's gonna hurt my feelings or make me change my opinion. I'm not gonna make you change your opinion. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care.
Real fast. Ask the bench. Should LSU throw the Florida series to set up pitching for Hoover? Sure, why not? Whatever.
No, not against Florida.
Yeah,
no, not against Florida. I'm
No.
joking. Obviously, not gonna. I don't want to.
You need as many wins as you can get.
What's the solution for next baseball season? Do better in the portal.
Hit the portal.
Straight up. Identify better players.
Get Cerna back. Get Braun back.
And then
by
also,
some
like,
miracle, maybe
don't have
Milam.
half your signing class go to the draft.
Yeah.
You might have your top 4 pitchers back next year, in all honesty.
Yeah, Cooper Moore's back.
Look, you might not, but I am. I'm going to trust in Jay Johnson.
Yep.
I've been on his bandwagon for a long time. I'm going to stay on it. We love you. Go Team USA.
Off the bench.
Taylor's silence
Go
is
America.
deafening.
God, Taylor, like you, dude, you really got to
We
pick
just
this
forced
up.
him. We forced him to do that one.
You really got to, like, Thank God Jen Gators loves America. Thank God that they are true Americans. And honestly, like, I loved working with them and sitting down with them and just talking about their story because, man, they are local. They are here. They have been here in this area, and they've really built this from the bottom up. I mean, it's a really incredible story, one that we'll continue to share with you, and they're going to always be there as well. Like, just to hear their story, hear about their small beginnings in South Louisiana and what they have built to today. And it's been through hard work, it's been through relationships, and it's been all about family. And you can learn more information about Jen Gators by going to jengators.com. That is Jen Gators with a Z, jengators.com. Jen Gators Power Systems, they are truly built different. jengators.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT